только так, бля.
Я должна петь, что ли?
Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast. East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo? Here we go.
И только так, бля.
What the dilly, yo? Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast. East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo? Here we go.
И только так, бля.
What the dilly, yo? Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast. East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo? Here we go.
И только так, бля.
What the dilly, yo? Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast. East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo? Here we go.
И только так, бля.
What the dilly, yo? Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast. East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
читать.
Break it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Back to the thrill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
Here we go.
И только так, бля.
Come on!
Dilly-o, dilly-o, dilly-o. What the dilly-o?
Я должна петь, что ли?
Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast. East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Break it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Back to the thrill again. Pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
Here we go.
И только так, бля.
Come on!
Dilly-o, dilly-o, dilly-o. What the dilly-o?
Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Break it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Back to the thrill again. Pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
Here we go.
И только так, бля.
Come on!
Dilly-o, dilly-o, dilly-o. What the dilly-o?
Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Break it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Back to the thrill again. Pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
Here we go.
И только так, бля.
Come on!
Dilly-o, dilly-o, dilly-o. What the dilly-o?
Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Break it up, pick it up, back, back. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Back to the thrill again. Pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. Let's get it on, let's get it on. Just for my dog, it's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
Here we go.
И только так, бля.
Come
Dealio, dealio, dealio. What the dealio?
Я должна петь, что ли? Я не умею рэп читать.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dealio? No, what the dealio?
И только так, бля.
Dealio, dealio, dealio. What the dealio?
Я должна петь, что ли? Я не умею рэп читать.
Pick it up, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dealio? No, what the dealio?
И только так, бля.
Dealio, dealio, dealio. What the dealio?
Я должна петь, что ли? Я не умею рэп читать.
Pick it up, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dealio? No, what the dealio?
И только так, бля.
Dealio, dealio, dealio. What the dealio?
Я должна петь, что ли?
Yeah.
That's okay.
But I'm a Sega guy. I don't know why I did that.
Jago loves the Switch. So does Corpse.
Subconscious.
No,
I
I,
like-
do not.
I like it, but
Invader, are you playing Animal Crossing and fishing and stuff?
I'm not even going to lie. If somebody gave me a Switch, I would immediately take it to if GameStop was still open and trade that bitch in.
no.
No respect, man.
No, I I got Doom Eternal over Animal Crossing. I'm not an Animal Crossing guy. Just
I've never even played it. I didn't even know what it's about.
it's not really about anything. It's just like doing things for other animal people and
It's almost like a Sims game, man. It's what I heard.
yeah, it's like decorating and fixing up a town and just like doing Sims stuff pretty much.
Is it like Fantasy Life on 3DS? Because I
No
was
idea.
addicted to that. No,
it's like Stardew Valley somewhat.
Oh, is it like Viva Pinata?
No, not exactly.
No.
It's honestly Animal Crossing is very relaxed, whereas Viva Pinata, there's always stuff like coming at you into your garden, whereas Animal Crossing, it is just so chill. Like you have no hardships whatsoever. You just have to like manage to like talk to all these townspeople and like get stuff done and go fishing. It's just
Well, no, you can't get stung by bees, and if you get stung twice, your ass is gonna faint.
yeah, but you can't really die in the game.
No,
right?
you don't. No.
Yeah. But and
That's probably the hardest thing.
the thing is with Animal Crossing, it has a hardcore fan base.
I can tell. Holy shit.
Yeah, it does. Hey, before we get started, what's up, Z Black Rider? What's up, Crazy Gamer and Chloe? What's up, John Thomas Gamer? What's up, Infisto? Hey, so like, let's welcome to Retro Renegades. Let's go around because we all live in different places. We're kind of curious to know. We're pretty much all quarantined, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty much.
just say
Yeah.
like what
State
state
of
you're in
emergency here, yeah.
and what country, what state you're in, and what things are like there right now. Who wants to go first? Fastback.
I'll go first. This is hey, what's up, everybody? This is Fastback 6768 from the OG NOG podcast, and I'm coming here live from the country of Texas in San Antonio, Texas.
Nice.
Country of Texas.
I like that.
Country of Texas.
Country.
But we are going in kind of a lockdown at midnight tonight. So, but I still got to go to work because I'm essential. I'm essential.
Oh, you must work for GameStop.
All good. We're good. Family's safe. Got my beer. I'm here with you guys. So
Nice.
can't complain.
Fuck yeah, we're getting fucked up today.
Hell yeah.
Fucking right. And you know what? There's no time limit on tonight.
So is your town pretty empty on the streets?
Actually, traffic's been pretty good. Normally, traffic is pretty bad when I come home from work, but I get home in no time now. So that's the only good thing about this. You know, everybody's kind of working from home, and now tomorrow they're going to be even less people probably. So
I don't even see anyone on our freaking highway. Sticky Corpse, where are you from and what's it like there?
I'm in the state of Kansas, but I'm by the Kansas City, Missouri metro area. We went into stay-at-home order for the surrounding metros started today. The restaurants and everything pretty much were closed except for drive-through only. Started that sometime last week. So you can't go to Taco Bell to get your napkins like we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Man.
So,
Damn, there goes our plan.
Should have got him first, man.
someone
you shouldn't have been going to Taco Bell in the first place.
Maybe someone heard the podcast about me mentioning run out of toilet paper, just go to Taco Bell and grab some napkins.
You're an influencer.
Yes, but the stay-at-home order started today, where basically just grocery stores, gas stations, essential businesses are open. I'm essential, but I'm burning some vacation days and doing some training this week, so I'm going to stay my ass at home. But for the most part, it's like same with Fastback. Traffic it's lighter, but things could probably be done better, but it's not crazy here. Like, probably in the places where there's a lot of cases reported. I don't know the number right off my head, but between the two states, I think there's only maybe 200 total. But
Stink Corpse, if you had a choice, who would you go on a date with? The chick on the screen or Nancy Pelosi?
The chick on the screen.
If you were if Nancy Pelosi was the last person on Earth, would you hit that?
I'd probably have to.
you stick
Nancy
corpse
has
with
fake
that.
boobs, though.
You were saying it earlier.
Hell no.
Super was saying it earlier. He's like, man, I'd like to hit that. And then his girlfriend comes in. You better be making me a sandwich real quick.
You'd like to
Get me a beer while you're in there. Yeah. Don't play like I'm the only one that would hit it, Super.
I need a few beers for that.
You might as well have a dog in front of you. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
You might enjoy it more.
Well, anything else in the great state of Kansas?
Chiefs.
So we're neighbors.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we have Chiefs football this year.
Let's go Chiefs, bitch!
Yeah, with all the things that they've been postponing and air shows being canceled and just all the festivity or not festivity gatherings. It's just it's weird. It's just strange. It's just weird, like a scenario out of a movie.
It is like we're in a movie. It's fucked up. Jeepers Creepers, where are you from and what's going on there?
I'm from California, Southern California, and you know what? You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that there's a lockdown going on because people are stupid. They're just walking around, doing their thing. At least where I live. You know what I mean? They don't care.
Did you see everyone went on spring break and then they're all like,
Yeah,
we're not gonna get
Yeah.
shit. We don't fucking care. We're gonna get drunk and party. Then they all come back and they got coronavirus.
Yeah.
I mean the T virus. Whoops.
Yeah, don't say the C word.
Yeah, but I live in California, so what do you expect?
We're going back to Kelly.
But no, I mean it's a little empty, but nothing like it should be. You could tell there's people at home, but like you go out on my street, there's kids playing, people walking around.
There's a lot of people walking around here.
They're definitely not 6 feet apart.
So have they declared anything where you are?
Oh yeah, they declared it a long time ago. We were like we were the second state to declare a shelter in place.
Wow.
And nobody listens. They're dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see how they can really
They can't enforce
police everybody. Yeah, I know. But we were told here they're not going to pull us over.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, because a lot of places were like, "Oh, you got to have a piece of paper in your car saying you're an essential worker and this and that."
Well,
and the police are like, "No, you don't need that. We're not going to pull you over to find out if you're."
Well, my wife actually
doing
has that. Walmart actually gave their employees one of those.
Yeah, I've got same
I
with
got
my
one
work too. But all the police that I've seen in the local areas, for me, they're like, that you don't need that. They're doing their
God,
job
this
the
is
same.
getting old. I'm just saying, like, let's move on.
Hey,
From it.
we're gonna get through this.
We'll get to you eventually, Crispy. Just hold your fucking horses.
We're in quarantine.
I am living next to the hotspot, motherfucker. So
That's
I don't
right.
want to
We're
hear
gonna
about
talk.
it.
We're gonna talk about games because there's a lot of gaming stuff going on. But next, Jago, where are you from? What's it like there?
I am from the great country of North Carolina. From from the Raleigh area, Wake County. If you guys know where that's at. It's kind of the same way that Courts has been describing. Essential businesses are the ones that are open, like your nail salons and stupid shit like that. Hair places, they're closed. As we know, GameStop they closed their actual. You can't go in. Like my banks now, they said today that they're closing their lobby. So from now on until this shit's over, you can only go through the drive-through. But you can still go through drive-throughs for like eat like fast food places. You can get you can get food delivered to you. There's no like lockdown here, but they still saying just stay at home. But you wouldn't know anything like crazy going on. The traffic's better. It's a lot better because still you can tell a lot of people are staying at home, but there's still a lot of people out driving around. You'll see people at Walmart, gas stations, anywhere you go, you'll still see people out. So, like I said, they haven't mandated that we stay in like lockdown, but it's almost besides the light traffic, it's almost like a normal day. around here still.
Anyone still got toilet paper in their stores?
Well, no, I mean that's still one thing. You can't get toilet paper or alcohol. They can't get that in stock because the manager there, and she's a manager of the pharmacy department, and she was I don't know if it was a meeting or whatever, but she was told that Walmart probably not going to get a lot of that in because everything they're getting in, they're having to send to hospitals because hospitals are fucking short on all that stuff because everybody buying it up. You know what I'm saying? So everything most of the stuff Walmart's getting like that supply wise is going to be going to hospitals. So
I ordered some paper towels off Walmart.com.
Well, that's surprising. That's surprising.
They're off-brand, not like anything I've ever heard of.
Oh, that's rough.
Hey, if it works,
it's only going to be one ply. One ply.
Yeah. No, I'm not using them for
Probably
toilet
half
paper.
ply.
I got plenty of toilet paper.
Quarter ply.
Yeah.
And Vader.
No.
Oh, go ahead, Jago.
No, I'm just gonna say it's still almost like a day to day around here, other than light traffic. And other than like them closing all the big gatherings, like Corpse was saying, like the outdoor amphitheaters and movie theaters and stuff like that.
Shut that damn dog up. Just kidding. Invader, where are you from and what's it like there?
All right. Hey guys, first of all, I am from the great province country of Ontario, Canada. And, just 40 minutes away from New York State. And we're on lockdown, state of emergency, whatever you want to call it. And like a lot of other guys are saying on here, people just don't seem to care. I'm just driving back home from work. Unfortunately, I still have to work because I work for an essential service. I work in healthcare. So, I'm kind of in the thick of things when it comes to this stupid bug going around, the beer bug, I call it.
The beer bug.
And people are ignoring what's being told to them. They're not keeping their distance. I see them out in the park. It's a sunny day, and people are just like riding their bikes, jogging. They're walking in groups. They're walking close to each other. And so, people aren't taking it seriously. Like, if we saw the death numbers, I'm sure that were coming out of Europe and other parts of the world, maybe people would be, a little more interested in following the rules. But it's just kind of weird how,
the news is there for everyone to see and to hear.
Yeah.
Why they're ignoring it makes no sense.
I don't know if it was this past weekend. It might have been weekend before last. I drove by a park. The park was completely full. There was this huge group playing volleyball, kids on the swings, parents. I mean, I couldn't believe it, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And like, I'm trying to be, one of the level-headed people here. Don't panic, don't get scared, but be reasonable.
Use common sense.
Yeah, use common sense. Don't be all doom and gloom, but at the same time, you have to be proactive about this. Get some supplies, here and there, and don't go out when you don't have to. So, it's just crazy some of the stuff you're seeing. It's obviously we're trying not to spread this stupid thing, and I see more people out now than I have when stuff wasn't going on, which is really weird. But well, here's to a great show, right?
Oh yeah. Graphic guide. Wait, all hail J.
All hail beer.
And
have a few of these.
beer. What's up, Graphic Guide? Where are you from and how are things there?
My name is the Graphic God. I am from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Whoa, you sound like Eminem.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada. The city I live in is Halifax. We have declared a state of emergency. They are fining people that are gathering in groups larger than 5. So you can get a fine up to $1,000 per day per person, and $3,000 I think for a family.
Wow.
Can get charged, if you're
They're actually
caught,
fining you guys?
they're fining us. Well, put it
Damn.
this way: the premier of Nova Scotia came out and made a statement, and he basically came out and told us all. Basically, there's this analogy going on the internet about how the premier is like our mother, or is like our father, who's very, very disappointed in us and mad because we didn't listen the first time, so he had to call in the police. And then we have the health officials. There's a man named Dr. Strang who's in there, and
Doctor
he's like
Strange?
Strang, not
Oh.
Strange, but Strang. And he's like the mother who's crying in the corner saying how disappointed she's in on us because we didn't listen in the first place, and that's why, but that's why Dad had to come in and discipline us all. And I'm not saying I'm one of those people because I wasn't. I'm the type of person. I have not been at work since last Friday, so not the Friday that passed, but the Friday before that. I worked from home all last week, and I'm going to be working from home all this week. They closed the university that I work at, and everything's moving to a virtual distribution for courses. Because I work at a university, I do multimedia for online courses, so it's right up my alley. But I've been really busy trying to get people or professors that have not used online courses to start using online, and so we're doing a lot of training with professors. So I've been working from home during the days, and it's been pretty busy. But other than that, everyone in my home is healthy. I have a little bit of a cold, but that's nothing. We're getting a little shack wacky. My daughter's very, very upset because she was supposed to take her driver's test tomorrow. It got canceled. She's very sad. But the way I look at it is, if you're not paranoid, don't go crazy, but maybe be proactive.
Yeah.
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 Do things that are going to help not just you, but everyone around you. And there were some cases, like you guys were saying, where there were some gatherings and stuff after the first reports came out. That did happen a little bit here, but for the most part, most of the fast food places have shut down their dining rooms.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of cars on the road these days. There aren't a lot of people walking. Like, you see people walking their dogs. Like, I'll walk my dogs during the day, but it's just me and the dogs. There aren't crowds. People are pretty well listening to what they have to do. And in my hometown here in Halifax, I think that they have about 50 cases so far. And we're not a huge city, but we're a port city, so we're on the water too. So that kind of helps. But we have a major airport here too, so an international airport. So that's kind of why things are spreading here as well. But other than that, things are good. We're all safe and healthy so far. Let's keep it that way.
Nice. Crispy Bomb. Wait, let's do 30J first. Crispy Bomb might talk an hour about 30J. Where are you from, and how are things going there?
Well, I'm from New Jersey, the south of New Jersey to be more specific, and
Jersey Shore.
Shut up. I hate that shit.
It's by Wildwood. Wildwood's a good place. Wildwood's a good place.
The dirty
Yeah,
shore.
Wildwood's it's a good place. But yeah, basically a ghost town over here. And we just surpassed California when it comes to cases. We're close to 3,000. I don't open the door for anybody. Like, I had a friend knocking on my door. I didn't get it. I'm not opening the door for anybody. I don't care how cool I am with you. No.
Here's what you say to them: go away and don't touch my doorknob.
You just hang out outside.
He's like, dirty. It's me. I'm good.
I mean, my name might be Dirty J, but even I have a limit.
He said, don't mind the dry cough. I don't got corona.
Let me in, man.
Me, man,
man.
Dave, let me in.
It's like a vampire. They got to be asked in, and then they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
The nerve of some people.
going to suck your blood.
It's not the time.
Yeah.
It's not the
Come
time.
back another time.
But yeah, and it's crazy how virus is costing people money because it's costing me money. Like I've been laid off until further notice.
Oh
So
shit!
it's,
Sorry
yeah,
to
it's
hear
Glad to
crazy.
hear that, brother.
I'm just glad that I'm always good when it comes to saving money. So
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
The crazy. Wait a second. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. The crazy just said Halifax is near my village. Maybe there's a different Halifax. I thought Crazy was from the States. I thought he was in the U.S.
No, he's in the UK.
He's in the UK.
Okay. Oh, there is Halifax in the UK as well. Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, if I have no reason to be out, then I'm gonna stay in. So that's about it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how us gamers are probably going to be affected the least because we spend a lot of time at home.
It doesn't bother me to sit still and play
Yeah.
video games for hours on end, Jay.
Do you want to hear something funny? I was talking to my mom. My mom's like 80, right? And I just wanted to make sure her and dad were safe. And I have two brothers and a sister. And she said, I'm worried about your brother Mark, and I'm worried about your brother Michael, and I'm worried about your sister. But I'm not worried about you because you lived in a 9x9 room the whole time you lived at home. You never left the room anyway. So I'm not worried about you.
That's funny.
Sounds like me.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Crispy Bomb, how are things there? Where do you live in? How are things there?
Well, I live in the great state of Tech City, CT, and it is right next to the hotspot that is New York, and we are on the bottom of the most cases. I will say that even though I don't agree with everything that our governor has done, he shut us down pretty quickly. So I will give him that. The only thing I have to say is that still there are the pace that we're at, even if we just lived life the way we could, would be about even with the flu and H1N1, which H1N1 was actually distributed mostly by mosquitoes. A lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
So the problem I have is that we are at a point in our country that we feel that a virus that was clearly brought on by other means, not
Animals.
just what's in our country ourselves, because they've almost pinpointed to bats, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And bats here are not carnivorous; they're more fruit bats. Well, a lot of people don't realize that. So you're not going to get bit by a bat and get coronavirus. Okay.
My daughters seem to have this idea that some man in China was eating bat soup, and that's what caused all of it.
Well, I'm going to be honest. We don't know if it was because there is a major Chinese infrastructure beneath the ground in that area that could have made this. Okay, because we all the thought process of we are going to make something that's going to hurt other people is not far fetched. Okay,
Is it just as a bioweapon?
It's
Population
possible. Look. What I'm saying is it's possible, and it could not even be meant for us. It could be meant for their own population. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that there's already a drug out there that actually treats malaria that's actually curing people very quickly. And the fact is that a lot of countries are using the same drug, and nobody's, this is the problem I have with the media. Okay, nobody's saying anything about South Korea and using, technical stuff. Like, we can do that too. But the thing is that when people get really, really sick, like me, I have asthma. I am still going to work every day. I work at a grocery store. I am a meat manager. Okay.
He manages meat well.
I manage the meat very well. You should know that. And people are freaking out. And you know what? Maybe because we took it seriously to begin with, maybe we're having a less of an onslaught as some of these other viruses that have come out. The only thing I'm kind of confused about is that certain drugs, the malaria drug, I'm not going to say it because I have no clue how to say it. It's basically has 10 different, acronyms involved in the actual name of it. But for some reason, this 50-plus-year-old drug is working very well. Okay.
Is it the fact that they're not distributing it faster is because most states and provinces have to do clinical testing first?
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something right now. The weird thing is I've never heard of a drug being pushed so hard so quickly in this country, which is crazy. And I know you don't understand, especially like Jay, everybody, like, you don't understand. Dude, it's all about money. I'm not naive to that. But I think we need to relax a little, okay? I'm not saying that you go and kiss somebody that you don't know on the mouth, okay? But I've seen people die
everybody's
from the flu.
going broke.
I've seen people die from the flu. I've seen people die from pneumonia. I've seen people die from a lot of things, okay? And the 6-foot distancing in my state, they don't give a crap. When they come shopping at my store, they walk up to me and push a coupon in my face. Okay? And they're like a foot and a half away from me. And I have to back up because I'm not trying to get sick, dude. Like, I have asthma.
Yeah, you're high risk.
And they say you're high risk. It is an upper respiratory disease as of now. The only thing I have to look forward to is the fact that I can't collect like some people are. I can't sit home because technically I am essential. All right? And that actually pisses me off because I'm afraid that I could die from it because it's very respiratory, infused. And it pisses me off. And I'm actually going to go right into a gaming topic. It pisses me off that GameStop said we're essential. That fucking pissed me off. Yeah. Sorry.
You know what's fucked up over here? That one of the essential businesses that are allowed to be open is the liquor stores here. And you know why they're open? The liquor stores liquor is not essential, but you know the reason why they're allowed to be open? Guess who runs them?
Government.
The government. The government around here.
So you know what's funny, dude? Because I always look to the southern states, what they do. Our liquor stores are still open. You just have to call them up and they'll deliver it to you in your car.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
a lot of places are doing curbside.
That's what GameStop's doing now. They're
they have no choice. I mean, they were at $3 a share.
Yeah,
super.
Let's be honest. GameStop is done after this.
Dude, I'm worried because I got my fucking Last of Us 2 Collector's Edition pre-ordered.
You ain't getting it, dude.
No,
you're not getting it.
What do they do?
That cost, dude. Unless Reggie actually has some kind of like actual clout in there, which he just started there, and all this shit happened. He's just gonna be sitting there like, you're gonna do what you want, and I can't say a damn word.
Let's just admit what it really is like. Reggie showed up there so he can get a pension. That's
exactly. He wants to sell off a piece of it so he can get some good cash.
So what happens for people who pre-ordered stuff?
You're screwed, probably.
You're screwed, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They might give you your money back.
I've had multiple people say like, I'm thinking I'm screwed. And you know what? Some people can afford that. Some people can't. Like the one thing I'll say is that like being in the grocery business, being a manager, I'm actually probably going to get some money that I never thought I would get because of how crazy everybody's been.
Well,
everybody's hoarding shit. Like,
are they paying you guys more money because they are here in Canada? grocery store.
Well, they're paying us a little bit.
employees
Like,
are,
like,
yeah.
like my company is not quite the same. The only advantage is that I'm a manager and I technically have a stake in the company and I'm running the department. And I've never had the money that they're talking about giving us because all of a sudden my company has started making shit tons of money compared to what they normally would. And keep in mind, last year, a certain company went on strike, okay, and shut down, but it was very isolated. This is like the whole country, or at least in my company, the tri-state area, plus like a Vermont, New Hampshire, like a bunch of other things. And it's become, we're going to make more revenue in 2 weeks than we did for the 3 weeks that this certain company went and said, we're going, all the employees said we're going on strike. So in the end, I'm going to benefit from it, but I'm also risking myself. And that I would rather not benefit from it and not risk myself. And that's where people go and say, I'm working from home and this and that. It's horrible, this and that. Well, I would like the other side of, what they're saying and saying, dude, I would rather sit home so I'm not have the potential of getting this thing and possibly dying. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Dude,
And that's why I have to look to these new or old drugs, new or old drugs, and say, okay, at least I have a chance to live. And that's the way I'm going about going to work. And I want people to realize that I'm only saying this because I haven't died yet and I'm still going to work. Okay?
I forgot what I was going to say. Here.
That's why I stopped too.
Here, everything's pretty much shut down. I don't remember. I had a good thought, but I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, Half-Life Alyx is out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna bring that up. I knew
Check
it.
this out. I'll put on some gameplay of Half-Life Alyx.
Yes, I can't play it.
So
I hear it's amazing.
Yeah,
So
let's
it
tell
is.
us how is it?
Cool. It's okay. Can I talk
Go ahead.
about it?
You can go, Jay. Go.
So I've been playing it. I actually was playing it right before we started the show. The immersion is amazing. It's probably the coolest and most immersive game I've ever played, and I haven't played a ton of VR because I've only had this for a couple weeks.
And what VR headset did you get again, Jay?
So I've got the Quest,
The Quest. Okay.
but I've got the Steam Link.
Gotcha.
So I've got the cable that connects in, and it's not the official Steam Link. It's just a USB 3 that I bought on Amazon for $20, and it works.
But it
perfect.
works.
It
Works perfect. The game, it's okay. It's the only game I've ever played since owning my own light gun zapper, where when you have a handgun, you literally look down the sights with your own eyes to shoot the bad guys. Like
That's sick.
you've got the head crabs coming at you, or you've got the zombies with the head crabs on them, and they're coming at you, and I'm afraid to waste bullets because you don't have a ton of bullets all the time because you only have so many clips. So I'm literally holding the gun up, the controller, to my face and trying to aim down the sights so I get them in the head so I don't waste my bullets.
That's how the what's that gun peripheral for the PSVR? What's it called? Yeah.
Aim controller.
Aim controller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how the aim controller is too. You can
Yeah.
see, you look through the virtual sights.
But you're in the world.
Yeah.
You're fucking in the world.
Yeah, everywhere you look is somewhere.
It's phenomenal. I wish there was a way that I could walk normal in it, but because you do teleport in it, which is fine. I can get around with the teleport.
You can't
And what
change the locomotion?
I haven't figured that out. Maybe
No,
there's
yeah,
a way. And
you could change
Yeah,
it.
you can.
There's like
Okay,
4
well-
different options. You can.
Okay. So because I'm playing with one hand, there is a one-handed mode, which is awesome, which is amazing for me.
That's nice.
So all you do is you click your thumbstick and it changes your hands because one hand is usually used for
Whacking it.
grabbing things with your
Yeah.
teleport.
Pornhub
What are you doing
simulator.
with the other hand?
Like because
That's for the
normally
boobies.
what would happen is you're wearing these gloves. In one hand you would use with the portal, but not portal. It's the gravity gloves. They're called gravity gloves instead of gravity gun in this one. And you can pull things in and grab them and stuff. And then the other hand is usually used for your weapon. But instead, I'm using the same hand for both. All I do is click the thumbstick and it changes my hand for what I need to do. And to reload, all I need to do is basically reach behind to my backpack with my gun, holding the button, and it reloads my clip, which is phenomenal. But you have to play this game to understand it. It is like if you've never played Half-Life, and if you haven't, I'm giving you a virtual slap right now. You can play Half-Life.
I guess I got it. 'Cause I've never
You can
played
play
Half-Life.
these games for free right now on Steam. They're free. Fucking play them.
The only
Half-Life
Steam I like is when I'm in the shower, Jay. Come on.
Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, they're free on Steam. Go fucking play them. And then once you get into this game, just look at what's going on the screen, what Super's doing. He's in the world.
It's
Look at
crazy
the-
to look around, huh? And
Look
be
at
like,
the fucking
this is bad.
tripods. Look at the tripods in the distance. Look at the Citadel. It's like fucking amazing.
You're like, that's a fucking bird.
You know how you feel about this game right here, Jay? This is how I felt when I played Resident Evil 7 in VR. It blew my fucking mind, dude. So I know where you're coming from.
I really hope that they do come out with that for PC.
It's so good.
This game's clean too. Like everything works absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. The only thing, everything works terrific. I have to admit, you can interact with so much in this game. The only thing that bothers me, and it must be a Quest/Steam thing, is that I find that everything is a little bit fuzzy, and
That's
I
a
think it's
Quest
because
thing.
it's a Quest thing because the Quest doesn't have the power to do it. And that's the only thing that bothers me about the Steam games on the Quest, that everything's still a little bit, it's a little muted. A little bit. And I even have my resolutions, like in the settings, I've got my resolution set to high, and I can play it, and it's fine. But just like if I was to play a game that was essentially built onto the Quest, they're a lot sharper. But because I'm playing it through Steam, I just find everything through Steam looks a little bit dull.
Well, the gameplay that Super's playing right now, it doesn't look blurry.
No,
or
but
fuzzy at all.
he's got a proper headset too.
Yeah.
That looks good.
It looks good. I ain't gonna lie. If it was out on the PlayStation VR, I would have bought it.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it came to it in a few months. I mean,
Super, do you have any gameplay where you're shooting head crabs?
I can't fast forward it, but yes, I do.
Okay.
I guarantee you this will come to PS5. I don't think
PS5 VR.
I don't think PS4. I don't think PS4. There's no way it could handle
the
it.
magical PlayStation. Yeah.
well, it kind of makes sense in a lot of ways. Nice selling point for VR going into next gen, right?
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
And
it does look like a cool game. So
it does.
It sets an example for like other developers too. Here's the bar you
Now-
need to set. Make games.
That's
like
probably
this.
the biggest thing.
Now, do you think this game would set the PS5 on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just blows up, dude.
I honestly think. I mean, if you look at the amount of headsets that have been going on sale since the announcement of this release,
Oh yeah.
If they were to say that this was going to be a game released for PlayStation 5, people would flock to the PSVR.
If I don't get a PC VR, I will get the next version of the PlayStation VR, whatever that is. And especially if they say Half-Life, because let's be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I have a bunch of PSVR games, but a lot of PSVR games are short experiences, more so a game. And that's what blew my mind about Resident Evil 7. It felt like an actual game,
The full game.
not just a tech demo of what VR could do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get the PSVR no matter what.
Oh, it's fun, dude. I mean, there's just not enough like Resident Evil type games for it, like that. I feel Resident Evil it blew my mind.
I'm talking next gens.
Oh yeah, next gen.
With all these people here, all I'm gonna say is what I have seen from this game does not excite me. It doesn't.
Well, he's not.
what
He's
if you
not.
were
And I
gonna-
understand
game?
you don't have
Yeah.
it on your head. I understand that. I get it. But I have played VR, and this does not excite me.
Well,
And the only thing I will say is that it runs smooth. I've seen that from every single thing that I've seen about it. It runs very smooth, which is something that a lot of VR type, devs or even PlayStation themselves should, make a big point on, because you have peripherals, you have everything involved that makes VR immersive. And I think this at the least brings it in the right direction. And I feel, and Super, I understand that you play on all types of VR, and some are better than others, but a lot of people are just looking for that one game, just like Resident Evil 7 was, to say, this is why I want VR, but you need more games than few games in between.
But that's like a misconception, because there's lots of games. It's not going to be about one
Yeah,
killer
but
VR app.
it depends on what peripheral you're on. You understand what I'm saying?
You haven't even started playing yet, though, Super. You're just fucking around.
You got to be honest. What Super is doing right now wouldn't sell you on VR at the slightest.
I'm
He's fucking
drawing-
drawing. He's drawing on a window.
I'm drawing Goofy.
Are you drawing cock and balls? Or
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you're drawing in the first place.
It's Goofy from Disney.
Oh, it's Goofy. Okay, I see.
Okay, you gotta go laugh, and I understand that completely. But in the end, like, we are talking about games here.
We got Hellblade VR, we got Asgard's Wrath, we got all kinds of
Asgard's Wrath is badass.
we got Walking
That's got some
Dead.
action.
There's all kinds of full games. Then it's a misconception.
Okay,
that VR doesn't have
more
full
than two
games.
handfuls. More than two handfuls. Go.
What, you want me to pull up a list?
More than two handfuls
That's a puppy
that
dog you drew there.
are on multiple headsets.
There's lots of fucking games. If you're talking about just PSVR, I'd have to pull up the list.
Well,
But if
there you go. You haven't
there's
played
two,
them, right?
There's two different ones. There's PC VR, then there's console
I'm
VR.
sorry, like I don't
Trust
see
me,
it.
when these next consoles come
I
out,
don't see
they're
it.
both going to be very powerful. I guarantee you, the PSVR is going to be able to play everything the PC VR can play. They're going to get new headsets.
I'm
They're gonna
glad
get-
for that. I'm not sitting here like trying
And
to
they
hate
got-
on people. It's just like a lot of people hate on Microsoft not doing that right now, and I don't think that's agreeable.
I'll tell you something that I've had an issue with, and just recently I've been going back and forth with someone on Twitter regarding the whole Microsoft not supporting VR. Okay, so I'm an Xbox guy. I don't own a PlayStation. I like Xbox. I like PlayStation. Okay, sorry. I like Xbox. I like VR. Am I upset that Xbox doesn't have VR? Personally, right now, no, because I have a computer. So all those people that say, well, I don't need an Xbox because I have a PlayStation and a computer, isn't it the same thing?
We were sold that the Xbox X would have a VR, so a lot of us went out and-
but things changed because the market wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, if people are going to get upset at the fact that people are saying they don't need an Xbox because they have a PlayStation and they have a PC, then don't be pissed off when I say I don't need a PlayStation because I have an Xbox, or I have an Xbox and I have a computer to play VR.
If we want to go back real quick, because Super brings up that point.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You have Xbox, who's the one that said we're going to go PC first, and advertise it, even though they went PC long before anybody else. And they said, we don't care what you play on. Okay. So this whole, rumored partnership HP and what Facebook, I think.
Samsung.
Valve.
Valve.
HP,
I'm
Valve,
sorry. It's Valve.
Microsoft. It's I have the article pulled up in front of me. They still don't really know like the complexity of like what the contributions are going to be with like Microsoft and Valve, but yeah, they seem to be somewhat involved in this project with HP. So
Nice.
that's interesting. But
And HP, I think, has been a huge, proprietary for Windows 10 and everything else that's come out. You know what I mean? So HP has always like put them, basically it's in the box as soon as you load it up. You know what I mean? So in the end, like the only thing I hate that people don't realize is that Microsoft has their hands in so many cookie jars. They really do. And you know what? Maybe down the road they can figure out how to bring it to the Series X, but their focus is the games that don't require anything else, because they screwed up in their eyes and many people's eyes, not personally me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They've got a lot of shit to clean up before they start thinking about extra shit.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Look, I wanted it on the X because Phil did say it during E3 that one year, whatever. But before yes, and they could have third-party headsets, blah 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 blah. They're trying to correct the mistakes that were made at the beginning of this generation and before, with the budget cuttings and all that shit. So I would much rather them bring out good games before they concentrate on making VR games or a VR headset by Microsoft or whatever. At the end of the day, I can
Don't touch your boobs.
At the end of the day, I can play PSVR, and if I wanted to, I can get a VR from my PC. It's not that big a deal.
That's the thing. I'm not getting upset at the fact that Xbox doesn't have VR right now because I have a PC.
Yeah.
If I want VR, I've got it.
And that's probably what I'll do. I've been thinking about anyway, trading in my PSVR, keeping the games.
Okay. So I want to throw some shit crazy out of the box. Okay, is PlayStation touting playing VR on PC?
They haven't said shit about anything yet, hardly. So
No. We haven't heard from.
Oh, are
Sony.
they?
All I heard from Sony is
sharing?
Mark Cerny boring us to death.
Oh, that is the
Yeah, that was horrible, man.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that was
actually, I want to get on a different point because Super could talk about VR all day. We all know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you know what? Like I said, I've experienced it very small compared to you. And I understand that. And I'm not shitting on what you think about it. I think it's awesome that you love it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So is Half-Life Alyx a AAA game?
Yes.
I would say it was, and I haven't even played it. That's just what I've seen.
See, I don't know how long the game is.
12 hours.
That'll be a determination.
I
of all that.
heard 15 hours. I
Okay.
read that somewhere.
Okay. Actually,
That's
I love that Jago is completely like, he agrees with that. Okay. Is Days Gone a AAA game?
Yes, I played it.
Is Ori and the Will of the Wisp a AAA game?
For some, to me, no. More
No,
double A.
I call it an indie.
It's a
But
double A indie,
people-
but for some, they consider it a AAA game.
Yeah, because Microsoft backed it.
Is Hellblade a AAA game?
It looks like a AAA game, but it's more like a double A game.
That's
Yeah,
Hellblade was a
they
double A.
even said it's a double A game, but it's
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
It looks amazing.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of it has to do with the budget.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you going? Where you going with that, Crispy?
So, okay, I had an argument. Okay, and I'm not going to name the name because I'm a nice guy.
I know.
All right. Everybody puts out there, we need AAA bangers. Well, if you go off budget, Microsoft has almost the same amount of AAA bangers that PlayStation does. So, in the end,
I think I just
does
crapped my
that make
pants.
an actual
Just
great
crapped your
game?
pants?
Does that make a great game?
Interesting, Jay.
Graphic got
So I'm gonna leave it at that because I can speak over everybody, and I want you guys to debate this because I would love to know what there's so many people on this panel that I respect that I would love to know what you guys think about what I just said.
What the fuck did you just say, Chris? I wasn't paying attention. I couldn't comprehend what you were
He was
talking
basically
Does
asking.
AAA make a game the best?
No,
I don't think so. No,
no.
It's just a label that's applied to the game. I mean,
Yeah.
if a game's fun to somebody and they enjoy it, who gives a fuck what it's?
Well, no, here's my point. When I think of AAA, I'm thinking like
Budget.
Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out, or Cyberpunk, or some shit.
Okay,
like
okay, all right. I'll give you another example. Do you know who had a AAA budget? Anthem. Do you know who had a AAA budget? Division 1. Division 2 had clearly a AAA budget, and they actually did it right. The problem I have is that everybody touts, PlayStation has AAA bangers, okay? But what is AAA? That is absolutely bullshit.
Let's put it this way.
Sorry.
Let's
Does
put it this
that
way.
make a great game?
Hey, hold on.
Absolutely.
You guys are
not.
you guys are like boasting this new studio at Microsoft.
Let's put it this.
Quadruple A fucking studio and shit.
Let's put it this way. I played my friend Pedro.
I haven't. Fuck you, Super. I haven't.
Everyone else is.
I played my friend Pedro and had just as much fun with that as I'm having with Doom Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
So what does define a AAA game to you? Not me, not anybody else.
To me,
that is a AAA game to you, Jago. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just say what it really is. AAA game is the same as the World Wrestling Federation Championship. It's not real, but a lot of people respect it.
All AAA is a buzzword. It's a buzzword that people use now to tout one game over another. That's all it is.
I'll say this, guys. AAA, it's the potential for it to be a good game, an excellent game, because it's not necessarily
potential.
No, potential because it's not necessarily going to be a good game. Okay, it has.
It could flop.
Here's the thing, but AAA means it has usually that means
Giant
it has
budget.
a giant budget. So the potential is there, but that doesn't mean that it's definitely going to succeed. That's going to be a success, and that's going to be good.
I want to go off what you just said. Death Stranding disappointed Sony, and you can sit here and tell me it didn't, but I've watched multiple articles that are not Xbox centric that have said that Death Stranding disappointed people, and that was on a AAA budget.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it disappointed people because it was supposed to be. It was what's shown to us in those small trailers years before it released. It looked like a very, very scary game, like a horror game. And I read something yesterday. Sony they're not happy with the sales because it was supposed to be more of a horror type game and
be darker.
Darker, and it's not. A lot of it, and you've seen I haven't played it, but you've seen the gameplay footage of it. It's a bunch of Norman Reedus riding a motorcycle, fucking walking around carrying dead bodies and carrying newspapers and all that bullshit. That is not scary, dude.
And AAA isn't a guarantee either, just because you have a huge budget. I mean, obviously for the reasons we just listed, but also you got sometimes multiple studios working on the same project, and different egos collide, different teams collide. Look at EA, right? There was stories about EA Vancouver and Criterion clashing on a Star Wars project, and then they had to move to a smaller project by EA Motive in order to push a Star Wars game. That's kind of unfortunately how the gaming industry works. And you look at games, again, I'll use EA as an example. Anthem, while it did have a big budget and a long production period, it didn't turn out too well. And I want it to succeed. It's the same thing with another EA game. Mass Effect Andromeda as well.
Yeah.
Huge game, lots of potential there, and they kind of royally screwed that up. So AAA, while it sounds nice, and I'll admit, I do look forward to the larger games
of course,
on average, but that doesn't mean that smaller titles aren't very good. I'll give you an example. A couple of months ago, I reviewed a game, Terminator Resistance, right?
Yep.
Budget title, you could
great.
tell. Budget title, you could tell that it did not have the graphics. It did not have the budget behind it like a AAA.
It looked more like it would look like a last generation, more so like a last generation game.
And I'll agree, and it's behind it on a lot of aspects. I wouldn't put it up there with my top games by any means, but a very enjoyable title.
It looked fun
because they made the gameplay fun. And it stuck to the core of the Terminator lore and franchise. I mean, expand upon it a bit, but what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be these big budget title. It can just be, if you focus on the strengths of the IP, then you'll have a fun game. And that's what matters, fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those are two different arguments. Whether a game is good or not, or whether a game is AAA or not, it's two different arguments.
See, but that's the point I make. Like, nobody brings up Gears 5. Like, Gears 5 is AAA. Like, let's not
And
BS.
it's fun. And it's fun.
Let's not BS. But at the same token, everybody will bring up a game that is not the same, that they like more, that scored better or whatever, and it's not technically AAA because nobody's the first person that says budget or team size or whatever. And I completely understand that. But if you've played Days Gone and you've played Ori, Ori is a far better game. And that's why I go and say AAA is bullshit.
Well, I'll say this. That's your opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. I enjoy Days Gone. I beat it. That's my type.
I know I've got an asshole. I just had a crap, remember?
But Ori's fun. It looks phenomenal. But at the end of the day, if I had to pick one game genre over another, what looked one way over another, I would pick Days Gone all day long.
Okay, and that's your preference, right?
Yeah. Or I'd pick Gears all day long. I'm not.
No, but that's your preference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not about what
You're gonna hold your pinky out.
we can give our opinion.
Yeah.
And I completely understand that. Like one person's opinion is different from another. But when you try to push the same opinion on people, is absolutely ridiculous.
No, I don't.
And that's where I go and say, like, how dare you? You know, I'm not sitting here saying Gears is for everyone. Do I do that ever?
No.
I don't think so, no.
No.
Never.
You know, you can play it on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, you can try it out. And like I say to people, I will try to help you understand how to play the game. And that's the point. It's not for everyone. It isn't. I know this. Okay? And I try to help people get through that part of it. And I feel like people are just sitting there like, oh, if it's not God of War, if it's not Last of Us, you're not a gamer. Like, I've had people say that shit to me. And I'm like,
that's just
what?
People on that's a small group of people.
Yeah, but you know what? That small group influences a lot of people. And that's why I try to I'm going to tell you right now, it does. Because people think that one type of game is supposed to be the best game. And that's not necessarily true.
Look at me. I still play old Nintendo and Sega games.
I do too.
Crispy, then I don't game at all because all I play are indie games. You know what I mean?
You're not playing Doom Eternal.
No, but you know what?
I gave it away though.
Look, this is what I'm saying. We might be maxed out on the Hangouts just about, but in the end, we're only a few compared to the many. You understand what I'm saying? So, in the end, a lot of people, especially younger people, are looking to Twitter to find out what they should do. And all I say is, if you're a multiplayer-centric, gamer, you should go to Xbox. If you are a single-player, story-driven gamer, you should go to PlayStation. And people hate me for it. But I haven't seen a good multiplayer game since SOCOM way back in the day from PlayStation. Okay? I haven't. Maybe if we're talking multiplayer, you're going to add in a bunch of bullshit that was on the last gen, like The Last of Us multiplayer or Uncharted 4 multiplayer, which actually came out last gen, but PlayStation has no interest, as from what I see, to bring multiplayer, further exclusives into the forefront. And I don't see it, and that's why I haven't bought a PlayStation. That's it.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna talk about something else for a while, Chris. Crispy, you've been talking a very long time about stuff.
You've been talking a long time.
I wanted to ask Dirty J while he's on here. Okay, this is about wrestling.
Okay.
What isn't it so weird to watch wrestling without an audience? No?
That's got to be awkward.
AEW, they know how to do it.
They do. They did it good.
Yeah, because they add like the crowd, the quote unquote crowd is actually the rest of the roster, so it doesn't make it seem like there's nobody there. And I like how they dim the lights so you don't see the empty seats.
Right. It reminds me
So,
of.
Yep.
Do they add crowd noises?
No.
No,
Thank
but
God.
like the people they have like what is his name? The bad guy in AEW with the scarf. I forgot his name.
Oh, MJF. Man,
Yeah, he's pure.
entertaining.
Dude, he could be the whole crowd himself. He's so freaking entertaining.
He's a heckler.
Yes, and then they you get to hear what they're saying and cheering or whatever. But they make it super interesting.
How do they keep a distance from each other when they're in there?
Wrestling.
Yeah, they stay 6 feet apart the whole time.
They're like, I'm gonna hit you
A
from
ref
across
knows
the
to
ring.
make sure that they're not
they
too
never
close.
really hit each other really in the first place, but now it's like really obvious.
Don't break kayfabe, graphic.
Keep kayfabe alive.
Yes.
It's like, hey, he was like 6 feet away. He didn't even hit him.
But AEW's kind of making it like they more indie-ish kind of stuff, so like they can get away with it.
But finally, WWE is taking some notes because I like how AEW they put their hard cam right on the entrance.
If
So
Fastback,
like that, you don't see all the empty seats.
Right.
Fastback, Mike
Right.
just said, "Is that Fastback on the show?"
No, this is not me, Mike.
Hey,
I'm not-
Fastback, what have you been? What's everyone been playing? Start with Fastback since we're all trapped inside and shit.
Well, I've been playing that AAA banger on Nintendo, the Animal Crossing.
Fuck yeah.
Believe it or not, no. The reason why I do play it, I do like the game, but it goes way back for me because my oldest, she's 19, and that was she played it on GameCube. I introduced her to it on GameCube, and she had an older sister, and she also played it on the GameCube when she was young. So now my 6-year-old and my 19, I bought them both the game. So, and then we have family that also play it. So, we've all been on the phone, just kind of playing around with it and like that, showing it, and then teaching my little one how to play it. So, so I've been playing that over the weekend, and then like Jacob brought up, I've been playing Pedro, off and on. I love that game.
Great game,
No,
dude.
it's fun. It's just enjoyable to play, and you just jump
It's
back
nothing.
in. And,
It's nothing but fun the whole
yeah,
time.
exactly. So that's about it for me, and I need to get back to Witcher 3. I was hoping to get quarantine
awesome
and
game.
so I
Awesome
can,
game.
really put a lot into it, but nope, I'm essential.
I think my problem with playing games like The Witcher 3 is that if the game was just all travel and action, if it wasn't anything to do with that inventory crap and having to create potions
And shit. Yeah,
like
that
stuff
part
there,
of
that
it
bores the
gets
crap
complicated,
out of me.
yeah.
I like
but
doing
that's
that stuff.
But it's not bad because to me the combat is it's simple. It's not you don't have to. It's not complicated. And then when you add in this, the other stuff, the magic to it, to me it's not too bad. It pretty much holds your hand a little bit, and there are clues that let you know against this creature or whatever you want to use this magic. So,
but for me, that
it's
game
not
was the story was just awesome.
yeah, I love
I
it. I'm
even
not
played
that
the
far
side
in.
quests.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hardest
yeah.
or whatever it was.
I try to stay in the one
Bloodborne.
area. Like right now, I'm in the area where the Baron's at. So I found out about his wife that left and the child. So
the ghost child?
so I yeah. Huh?
The Ghost Child, is that one?
Yeah, he's not a ghost child. He's like a
No.
weird.
Yeah, it's a goblin ghost
Goblin.
child.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah. So yeah, I finished that part too. So
It only
No,
gets better.
Oh,
I
I
know.
hope you, Super. I hope you played Shake the Zombie because I played that for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, dude, I was like, watch, I'll be shaking this stinking corpse. No pun intended.
Is this
Like,
is this
it's
from
no
last
word
night?
of a lie. You walk up to a zombie. They call them zombies in this game for some reason. So I'm assuming there's going to be real zombies, and you take them by the head and you shake them, and they wobble. Like their physics is really amazing. I was so amazed with that. I must have shook them for like 10 minutes.
I just like shooting them in the mouth and stuff.
Shoot him.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, this is from last night.
Oh,
Oh, real quick, I downloaded Bleeding Edge too, so I want to try that out.
How are you liking that? Or you haven't played it yet?
No, I haven't played it yet. I didn't play it.
It's fun. It's fun, dude.
Yeah.
I've had it since one of the early alphas or whatever. It's fun. It's not a triple A per se, but if you actually like, and I know this, people compared it to Overwatch, and then I saw the developers saying it's not really like an Overwatch, but if you enjoyed an Overwatch type game, you'll enjoy this game. But you have to work as a team to succeed. God tell you that. It's fun.
I love Overwatch. I didn't like Bleeding Edge. Just saying.
Well, I mean, most people. You're weird at times, Super.
I am. That is true.
That's an understatement.
Hey, Super, I mean, you don't like it, but you can try it on Game Pass, because that's.
No,
I know you really
can redo again.
That's his trigger word.
The
Come
secret,
on.
the secret thing you can't deny me anymore.
Don't trigger me!
Don't worry, you're gonna get some money from the government. You can, pay for some Game Pass.
I'll say this about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I'll say this about Bleeding Edge. I mean, it's colorful. I think that it is an interesting concept and it is unique. I still need to download it and try out the full product, but I can't get into like the melee combat. Just to me, it's just really too like I need more space personally. I prefer like my ranged combat, and I felt like it lacked in a lot of ways.
Did you try every character to kind of get a feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, all I'm gonna say is that it involves too much melee when I just want to play a fighter, and that's the way I feel about
Well,
it.
that's kind of the reason why I love fighters. We all know that, but that's kind of the reason why I like it. It's just in your face, action, fighting. You know what I'm saying? Hack and slash. And if you like hack and slash, it kind of feels like that too for me at times too. So I don't know, man. It's not for everybody. Like every game's not for everybody anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. The first couple times I played it, I didn't like it. But the more I played it during those alphas or whatever, and it also depends on the team you're playing with too, or the team you're playing against. Because if you keep getting your ass handed to you, you'll turn it off real quick.
I do want to play it just for the fact I do want to try that new dolphin character.
Oh yeah, the one in the robotic tank or whatever.
Yeah, I do want to try that. So that looks cool. But yeah, definitely give it a shot. I mean, why not? Game Pass, right?
It's gonna be. I've played with randoms, and if you play with a bunch of randoms that don't know what the fuck they're doing, it's gonna suck. If you get some randoms that actually are like team focused and have actually played it before, you'll have more fun. Or play with friends. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like Sea of Thieves.
And like I said, if you got Game Pass till June 9th, 2022, like I do, and I got it for $1. It's fucking in there as long as you got Game Pass. You ain't losing anything.
I really hope they increase the speed too, because I did find it kind of slow for a game that, it requires you to get in very quickly. So I really hope they amped up the speed.
I agree with that. Because you could. I don't know if when you remember you can you use your little hoverboard or whatever to get around. That should be way faster than what it is. I'll agree.
Mm-hmm.
The hoverboard feels slow as shit, dude.
Yeah, I could nitpick. I will download it. I'll probably download tonight or tomorrow. But yep, I'll give it a go. see if anything's changed. And like you said, Jago, you play with randoms, it's one thing. When you play with friends, it's different. Who knows? Maybe we can get a game night going.
Yeah, I'll play it with you.
Nice.
Should do a game night.
Oh, speaking of game night, I need to get some of you guys in the Division 2 with me because I've been going nonstop solo on that game. I'm up to level 15 or 16 right now, but I'd like to have a little squad.
On what game? Animal Crossing?
Division 2.
Well,
Division 2 is
together.
awesome right now.
Yeah, I would be down for that.
So I created a is it a squad or a group or whatever. I called it the Graphic God Gang. So if you can go in and search for that, you can join my gang.
What's our initiation to be in your gang, Graphic God?
Yeah, all you guys know PTK, right? PTK
Yeah.
Bam. He was playing it yesterday on Mixer, and he's like, if you have him on Xbox, he's like, he loves the Division. He's like, anytime you want to play, because I was watching his streams, like, anytime you want to play, he said, just hit me up.
PTK? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll definitely
yeah.
hit him up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll join your clan, Jay. Just send me the invite.
How do I do that?
It's through the actual like.
So I have to actually go to the White House and go to the squad area and do it that way?
That's probably the easiest way.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I just finished a mission where I was getting a satellite ready or something, so I'm back at the White House now, so I can basically go there.
He was actually streaming it yesterday. And
But just keep in mind, because I'm in the Warlords already, it actually separates you. But if you invite me, then I can join you.
Oh, you're already in a squad?
No, I'm already in Warlords. It's not the squad. It's
Warlords.
The fact that the game is going to keep me in Warlords until I beat it.
Yeah, that's
Warlords. Is that the add-on?
That's the DLC.
Yeah.
That's what PTK.
Okay.
That's what PTK was playing yesterday. He wanted me
That's
to
the
join
New
him.
York one?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't have the DLC. He's like, if you jump in with me, he said, I'll go back and play through the regular game with you. And I was going to, but I was stuck on playing Mortal Kombat and unlocking a bunch of achievements.
I don't mind playing with other people, but I was playing with the guy that I did a gamer pick for the other day. And what I found, because he was higher level than me, I wanted him to realize that I'm the lower level. So I wanted him to basically let me get all the loot and stuff. But he was like running ahead, pulling all the loot out, stealing all the everything. I was like, dude, I'm the guy that's like level 6.
You just have to play with somebody that actually gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. I'm dead serious. Like, dude, like I play with my buddy all the time. That's why I'm about to beat Warlords, but I haven't yet because I can't play with him because he helps me through it. Like, he doesn't take every kill, and he lets me do my thing. Like,
that's what I want.
And
I want people to let me do my shit.
That's what makes the game fun if you have the right people in the party.
Yeah.
I thought there was an option where you can either share loot or scavenge it for yourself. Or is that Borderlands 3?
But that's why I was playing with Dirty. We were playing it. We had been a couple weeks and we played it, but me you were new to it too, right? Dirty, you just had bought like I did. Yeah.
Yep,
So
that was the last time I played it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But that's why it was all the same. We're about to all the same level. So that's why it was fun playing with him because we're leveling up the same time.
But I have to say, like, even though you're playing basically the same thing every time, you go into a room, there's a group of guys, you got to come up with a strategy to kill them all. Even though that's what the whole game is,
oh yeah,
I love it. I'm addicted to it.
It's shoot, kill, rinse, repeat. Shoot, kill.
I love it.
Well,
Yeah,
shoot,
but
kill.
you know what they did? You know what they did in Division 2 is they made those hit points and if you find weak points in the character, that means something now. And I think that means a lot because you could sit there with like a 100,000 DPS sniper and just pick at that one hit point and you'll probably kill him before everybody else. You know what I mean? And that makes you, even though you might not get the actual kill, that makes you feel like, damn, like I was smarter than everybody else. I could see it. I'm melting him just by hitting that one hit point. And that's kind of cool. Like, they did something with this game that a lot of people didn't think they could. You know what I mean? Because Division 1, regardless of when you started playing it, it was still, I'm going to shoot somebody until they die. You know what I'm saying?
Jay,
And Division 2 brings a different element into it.
Jay, look at the screen. Locomotion there, brother.
Locomotion? What are you talking about?
Super's walking. He's walking, not teleporting.
Oh yeah, Super, you're gonna have to show me what to do there because I'm assuming. But that might be the difference between playing with one hand and two hands, right? One hand may be movement, and the other hand may be doing other things, and I'm just playing with one hand, so I may not have a lot of options.
See,
there are options. You can teleport. You can.
Jay, are you still playing with the Elite version 2?
Of course, but I'm not playing. I'm not playing Half-Life that way. I'm using the control, like the VR controller.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's I mean, of course, but in the end, how do you feel about it? Because you've had it a lot longer than me, and I just got it like 2 months ago.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's like I own two Elites. I own the first and I own the second, and they're my go-tos no matter what game I'm playing. Mainly because of the paddles I can put on the back. You know, because I play with one hand, I like to have a paddle on there for my left trigger.
Okay, since we're talking about the Elite version 2, it has a rechargeable battery. I'm gonna bring this up. I woke up this morning, didn't go to work, whatever.
Fucking hate rechargeable battery.
There was this thing. Jamie Moran had posted it, his rechargeable Energizer pack, and I got the same one. And there's this thing. People hate AA batteries for some reason.
No. I hate built-in batteries.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I absolutely hate it. Like, I hate the fact that I know that my controller is going to be a paperweight in 3 years.
There's a subset of people out there that hate AA batteries and think they should go away.
Why?
And I'm like,
they only do that because of why.
They last forever.
I'm like, dude, why would I want a battery permanently installed on my controller? It means I got to switch controllers, or maybe my other controller's dead. So then I'm fucked. With AA's, all I gotta do is go get that thing, pull the other two AA's out, put them in my controller, done. I'm back in the game in like 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Now, the only good thing I'll say about the batteries that you don't have to put, that the rechargeable ones that are already in there, is that during a time like this where you're quarantined and you can't get batteries, that's where I say it come in handy. But the
I
Xbox
suppose because you're
controller,
not going out to buy batteries. I buy my batteries from Costco, so I got like 100 packs.
Yeah, I do too.
How long have rechargeable batteries or battery packs been around? I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I used the Energizer ones for years, and I never had any. You had the two of them, right? One gets low, put the other one in.
Out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I never understood the whole argument. But we know why people are doing it, because it's the console war bullshit.
That's
People that are playing on PlayStation, because they can plug that in and charge it. They're like,
listen,
that's the greatest thing in the world.
They're not bitching about rechargeable batteries. They're bitching about SSDs.
Well, no, I was listening to Boom's podcast earlier today, and he's like, he would prefer the new controller to have a built-in battery. I'm like, no, fuck that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Well, yeah. If you don't have the Elite version 2, you can't say that.
I don't care. I don't want a built-in battery. Fuck that.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I sat here for 3 days without charging this shit, and it never died on me.
I was the same way with AA's.
My AA's will last a day and a half, and then I just swap them out and put a set of AA's in. In 30 seconds.
Look. All I gotta say is Xbox seems to be playing themselves and saying, "Look, we don't want to piss off the people that already have the chargeable packs. You're gonna be able to use your controller on what we have. So in the end, like, we're gonna offer you premium products that have a ridiculous, and I'm telling you, dude, this thing outlasts my phone tenfold. You know what I mean?
But even the AA's lasted me a week.
Look,
I'm telling you, dude. I have iPhone 11. I have everything, dude. I'm telling you, what the technology, whatever they have in this internal battery on, the Series 2 is pretty freaking incredible.
That some bitch could come with a fucking 12-volt car battery, and I still wouldn't care. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. So I'll give you an example real quick. You play gaming session after gaming session. you drink too many nannies, okay?
Yeah.
So you
Nannies.
put the controller down, right? You put Natty Daddy, what you talking about, boy? but in the end, okay, you put the controller down, right? Now I'm gonna tell you something right now. I've been in these shoes, okay? I've gotten fucked up, okay? I've gotten fucked up, all right? And I've thrown my controller down. You know what? Super, go ahead.
You killing Super over there.
His stomach hurts.
No. Look, I was one of those guys that bought, during the 360 era, bought all those damn rechargeable packs made for the Xbox 360 controller. And then it dawned on me. I was in Walmart one day, and it's rechargeable battery pack with energizers. I'm like, why the fuck am I buying the damn one with Xbox branded or works for the 360 controller when I just buy double A's and they work the fucking same? I'm like, this so stupid. No. And there's Xbox guys out there that would rather have. It's not just a PlayStation thing. There's an Xbox guy that would rather have built-in batteries.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Thank you.
Built-in battery.
Super's got to pay the bills.
We got to pay the bills. Thank you for the awesome super chat.
It's infinite, not infisto.
Jake, it's infisto.
So he's Team Jacob then.
He's putting the fist in his ass. That's what he's thinking
super
about.
chat. He says team built-in battery. Thank you.
You know what? I'm team built-in battery on my PlayStation 4
I can go get toilet paper now.
Because I have no choice. But if I had a choice, I would buy double A's for those too.
I just like having the option.
Yes.
And again, I can just buy a rechargeable battery, no problem.
Exactly.
And I'm set. And then if there's an issue with said rechargeable battery, I can just get another.
Yep.
So this is what I have the problem. Everybody's talking shit about Xbox, saying, "Okay, we're gonna let you do what the hell you want," and it's funny because PlayStation doesn't allow you to do that. Yet people call out PlayStation. It has an internal battery. It has one of the worst batteries I've ever seen in my life, but it has an internal battery. And people continue to sit there and say, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world. Well, have you played on the Series 2 Elite? No, you haven't. And I'm going to tell you something right now. For them to say, okay, you know what? We know the Series 2 Elite has been very good to people. But at the same time, we're going to still let you use everything that you already have in your house and be able to charge whatever battery you need to charge and put it in our controller. That says something. That says that they are paying attention. And I love that. I love that Phil, everybody could sit there and say Phil is an idiot, this and that. Phil has turned around the Xbox company.
I will say too that with Xbox's controllers, what I like is it's very simple, but there's a lot of purpose to it. Whereas with the PlayStation 4 controller, while I do like the design and how they went with it, it's very comfortable in my opinion, and I like what they did with the triggers and so on. There's a lot of stuff that eats up the battery life there, like the the
light bar,
there's some wasted space. I mean, you don't use that swipe part.
No, that pad.
All.
I never use that fucking pad.
So while I do think that they're going in the right direction, and I do genuinely like the way that it's shaped and whatnot, I just prefer Xbox's controllers the way that there's simplicity in mind. But it's more utilitarian. Again, you can do whatever you want with the batteries and so on. Whereas PlayStation, the DualShock 4, while it is fine, and I'll be very curious to see what they do with the DualShock 5.
Well, you got to remember they're putting a heartbeat and a sweat sensor on that thing, so the battery life's gonna go even worse than shit.
Supposedly, yeah, that's correct. We'll see how the final design goes for it. Hey, I'll be all up for heartbeat sensor and whatnot. I have no idea if I have a feeling they won't keep maybe the light bar. I can't imagine.
But what is the purpose to
that? Hold on, what did that super chat say?
Love your fleshy head. Give me some. What? give me head crab donated $3. Said love your fleshy head. Give me some. What?
Yes. I can get a whole 12 pack of toilet paper now. Fuck yeah. I love you, Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean everybody's different. I understand that. I'm forced to like the internal battery on the PlayStation because I have no other choice. But even when back in the day when Microsoft started doing that, I didn't think it was that big a deal because even back in the day I had rechargeable batteries or the battery packs. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Now, I didn't have my PlayStation long enough to see if the batteries do go bad after a while. I mean, did y'all experience that?
I'm gonna be honest.
Controller?
I'm gonna be honest, Fastback. I've had my PlayStation 4 since 2014. I still got the same two controllers that they haven't went bad.
So you haven't noticed as far as
like
the life of how long the battery lasts?
No. I'm gonna be honest. My PlayStation 4 controllers, every time I've used it, I only use it for the AAAs I buy. But I mean, it's been long gaming sessions. They've lasted, 6, 7, 8 hours.
That's how mine have lasted, roughly about 8 hours. Yep. And then if I continue to play, then I just shut that one off, put it on charge, and grab the other one and
grab the other controller. Yep.
Yeah, and I do want to get me an Elite 2, so I can't really say anything about that. But I mean, it doesn't bother me one way or another. So if they're gonna put a internal battery into a controller, and from what Crispy is saying, then hopefully it's the quality like that, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Well, supposedly it's like 40 hours, right, Crispy?
It's a long time.
It's dude, like, I have not charged it unless I just was like, okay, let me throw it on the charger. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm sitting there like this is an obligation. Like, I haven't had, like, I have the Energizer shit for all the old Elites, and I'm like, I have never had this. Like, this is kind of crazy to me, and that's where I go and say, like, I think they were thinking about these things, like even these simple things that people don't think about. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was kind of shocking to me that they were like, "Oh, you can use whatever you want," and I was like, "Wait, that's their narrative." So it was kind of logical, but at the same time, it was weird. You know what I mean? Because it was so good. Like, dude, I haven't charged this out of necessity once. I haven't switched the battery, done nothing.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You can't switch the battery in those things, can you?
No. Well, no, I understand what you're saying.
But was it an option? I didn't know. I didn't know if it was an option or not. I didn't think so.
You can take off a couple screws,
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Take the controller apart.
Hey, why is it that everything else is you can change, but you can't change the battery, right? You can adjust and change everything else but the battery.
That's why I give them kudos, dude. Like they kept it the way the gamers want to play for Xbox. Like PlayStation guys are used to that shit. You know what I mean? They used to the internal battery.
Yep. Because the PS3 batteries were that was the same way, right?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, they were. I'm just old school, I guess. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it gives you more options. You can use the AA or the rechargeable charger.
I wish that both the PS5 and the Series X came with battery packs, like detachable.
They may. You never know. They may.
I think everybody would be happy.
I think
who would be against that?
I think I heard that read or heard that the new controller is going to have batteries though, like AA's in the box. Pretty sure they're not going to change it.
Batteries in the box.
Yep, just like we're used to. And you use them for 8 to 10 hours or 12 hours, and then you throw them out, and then you put your chargeables in there.
Sounds like Saturday night.
Yeah, like nothing wrong with that, but throwing like a battery pack in there. Why not?
No, I mean I agree with you, Dirty. They should. I mean, a plug and play charge kit should come with, which should come, and they should have. Like, they should have been a thing since the beginning of this generation.
And same thing with PlayStation. It doesn't have to be built in. Just throw a battery pack in there as well.
Yeah.
For both consoles.
I agree. But Microsoft already knows that people have their chart plate or a lot of people use double A's, and it's not going to cost. That's an unneeded cost for them
They
to
will have
change.
their option: use the battery pack or use the double A's.
Yeah, and then but that's something added that they're forcing in the box. They're forcing in the box, and we don't want that again now, do we? Oh my God! Microsoft forced this charger battery pack in here, and it made the Series X $600. We don't want that.
Well, everybody's feeling that way about the SSD, dude. Everybody's feeling that way about the SSD, and I think it's smart as shit.
Oh, I love the SSD. That little memory card looking SSD. I
Oh, I
love
think
that.
that's fucking amazing.
Me too.
I'm not looking forward to the price of it, but
Me
I
neither.
think it's awesome. Like someone put on Twitter, back in the old days, you just pop it out, take it to your friend's house, pop it in, all your games are there.
You pull it, you put it in, you pull it out, you put it in, you pull it out, you put it in, you pull it out.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
And hope your batteries don't run out.
I really hope they announce more storage size though, because 1 terabyte isn't going to do anything.
No.
Even with compression, like you need.
But it's also the cost. Like SSDs are super expensive.
Yeah.
They'll go
think
down in price over the years, though.
I think a couple of years into it, we'll see maybe 2 or 2 or 3 terabyte SSD.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the external.
I bet you that
HDDs,
memory
right?
card's gonna be no more than $100.
I'd say $100.
I hope so.
I'm right there with you too, Crispy. Since they came up with their own proprietary
And it's proprietary.
solution.
It's not like anyone else can buy it. So,
I think Microsoft will eat the cost on those a little bit to keep the price down.
Yeah, it also depends on the
$60
console cost itself, right?
Yeah. Because let's be honest, Sony's solution is what is it? SSDs that don't exist yet. That's not good. They don't. You can't buy them.
So
they have to go through some kind of a trial process to see if they work.
Ready?
Ready.
He doesn't have a beer. He has a fucking Dr. Pepper.
Grape soda.
No, but if
How do you get cracker grape soda?
No, I mean, if you've kept up on this and read a few articles like I have, the SSDs that Sony's wanting you to use, they don't exist yet. That's not good. Microsoft's starting a generation with their SSD solution already in place.
So we don't know if
I have a question.
PS5 is going to have an external SSD, like Xbox.
No, well, not yet. They haven't said
Not
it.
having it, yeah.
No.
How many slots it's gonna have for the expandable memory?
I think there's just that one.
There's just that one.
Because we got people now that have like 8 terabytes of games.
We'll still have the USB.
Yeah, they
still have access to the USB.
Yeah, but okay, let's just say, next generation comes around, then like 5 years go by, those games pile up.
Mm-hmm.
So what you gonna do? Like, is just switch expandable memory every time you want to play a game?
Right, and then how do you transfer that over too? Right?
Yeah,
you got uninstall and reinstall stuff. So
I
like
bet
the Xbox, the new Xbox Series X games that are made for that, you have to play them on the.
You have to put them on the internal or the SSD that you put in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck that. I ain't paying.
Unless they start making like 2 terabytes.
That's bullshit, dude. No. Stop it for a second. Okay. You have a 1 terabyte SSD internally on the console. Okay. And then you have the card, which is actually much faster than, and I'm gonna tell you right now, when PlayStation goes and does it, because they have no choice, because it's too fast, it actually is HDMI 3.8, I believe, something like that, and basically has too much connections to that card. They're gonna go and do the same thing because they clearly have the faster SSD, correct?
Oh yeah.
So in the end, are you talking about 1 terabyte or 825 megabits?
But here's the thing also you have to think about. 1 terabyte will hold probably 12 games, like on average.
Yeah, on average, yeah.
Something like
12,
that.
yeah.
Okay, 10, 12 games. How is that worse than having to take discs off your shelf and shoving them in the disk drive?
You're taking discs
annoying.
Because
Taking discs
Because
don't bother
I
me.
know you're gonna be covered for the first 2 years. You'll be fine. But what
Like,
about 3 years?
Like
4
my
years,
point is
5
like
years?
I don't care for physical, right? I like digital. If I can only fit 12 games on one of those things, that's fine. I don't think I need to play more than 12 games at a time.
Dude, for
You know?
both these
I mean-
consoles, I'm just kicking back and seeing what happens. I'm
here.
totally happy with the
too.
consoles I have. Like all
Yeah.
this SSD, you got to buy this, you got to buy that. Like I need to see what's gonna happen before I lay any money down to this shit.
Yeah, but I think people are getting too worried. I mean, remember when we started getting into 4K, and people are like, "Oh shit, look at the downloads on these 4K, like how much, you know?" And then you
Yeah, how
add
much
on
bigger the
all
games are going to
I know the
get.
patches and all that, and we haven't had a problem with it. You know,
No.
I haven't. I mean, so I think we'll be fine. And you have the 1 TB internal, you have the external 1 TB. I mean, it all depends. You know, some people download a lot of games, but like me, if I'm done with the game, I know I'm not going to play it not anytime soon, and I need to make some room. I will uninstall it.
Me too.
That's what I
a lot
do
of your
too.
shit's in the cloud, so
I got a
it's not
4
a big deal.
terabyte drive, and half the games I don't even touch.
Yeah,
Me
so it's
too.
not a-
Me too. I got 6 on my Xbox and I got 2 on my PlayStation, and half of them that are on there I never touch.
Mm-hmm.
People just need something to bitch about. That's all.
Yeah,
No,
that's true too.
it's that I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm just waiting to see what happens and stuff because we still don't know a lot of information yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot of
Yeah.
things up in the
Yeah.
air, and that's what I think a lot of
So-
people just new stuff, and people are just have questions that haven't been answered, that haven't been explained.
People are afraid of change.
Yep.
Anything
Yeah.
different. I mean, Sony hasn't
No, I'm
even shown.
afraid of wasting a bunch of fucking money for.
Well, that too, but Sony hasn't even showed the.
Hey,
console.
you know
Regardless-
you got a lot of money from that dry paint shit that you're streaming all the time.
That is a good show.
Yeah.
Hey,
Regardless, we're going to be spending about $500 on these consoles.
Yeah,
Regardless.
Yeah.
I think we have plenty of time to save and plenty of time to think about it because, to be honest, I don't think they're coming out for a while.
I
If this
agree with that.
shit keeps going like it's going,
Yeah. I don't think it's happening.
you're right.
Yeah, I don't want the day one Corona editions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Oh,
seriously,
man.
there's no way they're coming out in November, dude. It's not happening.
If it keeps going the way
I'd be
it's going,
surprised.
everybody's saying they're on track and for this holiday season,
Yeah,
but if it
fuck
keeps going,
no.
I don't see it happening.
No,
either.
sir. Those people that are working at the manufacturers for these consoles, they're essentials. We've got to get these consoles out.
Yeah, there's no-
We got to fill up
Yeah.
those warehouses. That's all.
They might be essential in China.
Well, if they are, it'll be in very limited quantities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I would suggest pre-ordering, guys.
As soon as
Yeah.
possible. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Do you remember when the PS2 was released? Nobody could get it.
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, I do.
I bought it.
I remember
because
It'll
the
be like
Wii,
that.
the Wii.
I found one at Circuit City. and
I
bought that.
I pre-ordered
snagged that up.
Circuit City.
I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
I was in the military at that time, and I pre-ordered that bitch as soon as possible, so I got it day one. I was lucky though. A lot of people around me in the barracks and shit like, "How'd you get that?" I'm like, I pre-ordered this bitch.
Yeah.
6 months ago, motherfucker."
Dude, I drove like 100 miles to get Rock Band.
Wow.
Rock Band.
Oh my,
Like,
we were
'cause
huge
no
in
one had
the
it.
Rock Band.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I was a Rock Band freak, dude.
Us too.
So, how's that
We
Doom
still play
Eternal,
it.
guys? Anybody play Doom Eternal?
Not yet.
Come
I've seen
on.
some footage of it. haven't
Yeah.
I got too many games. I'm already
You
playing.
fucking frauds!
Yeah,
And
I
bought it.
I love Doom.
Doom makes me
I-
fucking motion sick.
Like I can't do it because I've got Half-Life now, and I'm still playing. I'm still playing the Division. I can't justify it right now.
Well, I was such a big fan of the 2016 Doom.
Yeah.
I had to get
That
it.
was
Dude.
a great game.
It was so good. I'm gonna tell you right now, Doom Eternal is on. It could. If it don't get nominated for Game of the Year, I'm gonna be pissed, dude. It's so
Does
good.
everyone agree that it's that good?
it's very
It's
good.
very good.
What compared to the other one?
It's and to me, and I haven't beat it, and I beat this first Doom or 2016 Doom twice.
Mhm.
It's just as good, if not better.
I will say though, Jago, and I'm very curious to get your opinion on this. I'm still not sure how to feel about the platforming.
I don't have
It
a.
looks like
Yeah, I heard there
Recore.
was a lot of jumping in this game.
I saw that. I saw that on Twitter. Somebody was bitching about they couldn't grab hold of ledges and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you playing with your eyes
Well-
closed or what?
Well, that's a different problem entirely. It's just, I like some aspects of it are fun, but others I just feel like they're kind of, I don't know, ham-fisted in there a little too
Whoa.
much.
Hey,
Ham-fisted.
Yeah, well, I just feel
Whoa,
like they're a
whoa.
little more prominent than
This
what
was a
they
family
should
show.
be.
Hey, baby!
Ham invader.
Well, you don't want to know what other kind of fisting will go on.
I'll just put
And
it
Fez
this,
do in the chat.
They
You
put
didn't
some
hear that.
mayonnaise on it.
I'll just put it this way.
Didn't spin it, asshole.
Crisco.
If you enjoyed Doom, if you're a fan of Doom period since back in the day, and you enjoyed the reboot in 2016, you're going to love this one. If you had no problem playing platforming, anything like that in Doom 2016, you're not going to have a problem with it. I have not had a problem with any of the platforming, anything. I heard somebody, read somebody say on Twitter, said the guns feel and sound like shit. I'm like, you're fucking insane, dude.
No, the guns are good. The guns
are good.
The guns are good. The sound of the guns is amazing.
The
And-
soundtrack is amazing.
Yes.
The
yeah.
visuals are amazing. The story so far is better than the first Doom 2016.
Yeah.
And way better. I mean, it's better in every way so far.
Which Bethesda Studios at Front Soft?
ID.
Yeah,
id or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, very good. It's a very good. I don't even know how far I'm
I don't
in,
either.
but
I don't either. I'm
it's
taking my time with it.
it's very enjoyable. I'll
It
say
is.
that.
It
Yeah, beautiful game, and yeah, lots of fun. Never gets old killing demons. so.
No, the glory kills are still fantastic.
I have
Isn't
heard,
it like
I-
twice as long?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I haven't beat it yet
Because
though.
I thought the first Doom was 2016 one was long as
It
hell.
was. I thought it was too, but this one's supposed to be. It's supposed to be longer, more expansive story, and just a bigger game in general.
Jago, what difficulty are you on?
Hurt me plenty or whatever it is.
Oh.
I,
Come on, guys. Don't
Yeah,
be doing
right.
difficulty shaming.
I
I play everything on the easiest, and then if I
Yeah.
beat it
No,
on
it's-
easy, then I go to the next level.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not
I'm with
about
you,
shaming, I'm just curious.
I never play a game on easy because I was like as a kid. I always start
Oh,
on,
I'm gonna.
and that's what normal. I think hurt me plenty is normal
I
or
want
whatever
to
it is.
slap you.
You know when you play the difficulty on Wolfenstein and the guy's got the little baby.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pacifier.
yeah.
That's me, dude.
That's right. Fuck that. I'm playing
Same
it on
here.
easy to see how hard it is. If I find it too easy,
Then I change it.
I'll up it.
Well,
but if
yeah,
but if I'm
Right.
dying and I'm playing it on easy, then I'm keeping it on easy.
I'm gonna put it this way. I'm playing it on normal, whatever Doom's version of normal is. I can't remember, and it's not been like rage quit hard or nothing. No.
I'm too old to throw my controller.
No,
Fucking right.
I'm with you.
so far,
OG in the house.
so far, I haven't ran into anything in Doom Eternal that maybe even get close to throwing my controller like Cuphead did. Let's
Yeah,
put it
I was going to mention there's no Cuphead situations.
That's what I think about Cuphead. Like I love Cuphead, and I haven't beaten it yet because I did
Me
get to the
neither.
third-
Neither, yeah.
I got to the third island. My problem is, why don't they introduce a baby mode? I need a baby mode
Baby, no.
so that I can just get through those fucking
And,
hard
and, and,
bosses.
and then when you lose your life, you can suck on a nipple to regain
That's
life.
right, damn right. I'll drink,
Regain
I'll
the
drink a bottle of
difficulty
milk
level.
too.
No, they should name it after what was that journalist that played it and he couldn't
Oh,
get past
shit. Yeah.
he couldn't get past the intro or whatever.
Dean Takahashi.
They should call it fraud mode.
Uh,
Takahashi mode.
No,
Yeah,
I'm,
it's just look at our buddy Stick Figures video about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I never play a game on hard. It's always medium or normal. No.
Yeah.
And then if I enjoy it that much, I will go back and play it on like the next hardest difficulty. And then if I get my ass kicked, I'll go back to normal. I don't care to beat games on the hardest difficulty. Like there's like nightmare mode. Fuck you! I ain't playing on nightmare mode. One life, kiss my ass. I'm not doing that.
I have a problem. My problem is that I buy too many games, and if I have to play something on hard, which means it's going to take me forever to beat it, I won't play it because I've got other games to play.
Oh yeah,
I've got way
got
too many
you.
games to play.
And
I
put
want
this
to play game. I play games to beat them. I don't
Yes,
play
me too.
games to pull my hair out. I don't have very
Me
much
too,
hair
Jay.
now.
Me too. Me too, Jay.
Yeah.
That's how I am. That's what I'm saying.
Like-
the mode I'm playing on now is not difficult.
Yeah. Like Jedi Fallen, I was like, fuck that. I ain't playing that on the hard.
No, fuck
played it on
that. No.
story.
I played it
I think
on.
Damn right.
I played it on normal at first, but
I played the story. You know what? I enjoyed it.
I played it
Yeah,
on.
That's the point of it. You enjoy games.
I played
Exactly, Jay.
I played it on Fallen Order. I played it on the one Master Jedi or whatever, and it wasn't whatever it's called. It wasn't that hard. I'm gonna tell you right now though, that last fucking boss, I almost regretted playing it on that. It took me so long to beat that person. Oh my god!
I believe it.
Woo! That person was a cheating piece of shit. That's what I'm gonna say.
I will say there are some games that are so hard they're addicting because I reviewed this one game that I was just getting my ass kicked, but I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Because I kept coming back for more. I was like, it was because I just couldn't beat it. I was like,
have some more, please.
yeah, I was like, some more punishment. I was like, this is just. I was like, I know I can do this, but I couldn't. But I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But I kept coming back.
Mike said, "You don't get games to enjoy them. Play them on hard, you wussies."
Yeah.
I'll call me a wussy then. Fuck it. I'll play Animal Crossing. I'm a wussy.
Like I know games. I know games when I hear about them on social media. I'm never gonna buy and I will avoid. Like what's it, Sekiro? Or something like Dark Souls.
Dark
Nope.
Souls? Yeah.
Nope. Not for me. Sorry, get the shit out of here. Nope. Because that is like Cuphead rage inducing. I've already heard enough people talk about it. Like, no.
But what's funny is that we grew up playing games when they were hard. Like
And
there was no easy.
And
you know,
we don't have the I don't have the patience for them now.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not about being like virtually assaulted, verbally abused, or virtually abused. You know what I'm saying? No.
You're an old man, dude.
Yeah.
You don't
But see,
have the patience for shit anymore.
But see, I was lucky because growing up, I had a brother that's 2 years younger than me. So we would take turns. Like, hey, I can't get through this. Here, you do it. And
you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it worked out. Yeah. It's like
That's why I wish they had implemented that whole system where you could get someone to come in into your game and help you play it.
Yeah.
There was something. Wasn't that something they introduced on PlayStation?
Share your controller with somebody.
Share play or whatever.
Yeah,
I wish they had done that on Xbox because I would have finally
Yeah.
beaten friggin' Dark Knight, the Dark Knight, because I love the Batman games. Hate the goddamn Batmobile.
Oh, the Batmobile. People bitch about the Batmobile, and I didn't find it that bad, dude.
Oh,
there you go. You just called
spots
Jacob.
where you have to kill all those tanks piss me right off.
Oh,
Every time
no.
they show up.
That wasn't that bad for me.
I hate it like when some games, you die a lot of times, and then the game suggests you pick an easier
difficulty.
I'm like,
Maybe you're
having
having
problems.
Ninja Gaiden
You
gives you
suck.
dog mode.
Or a variable difficulty.
Yeah.
I was doing some kind of special mission. I don't remember what it's called in Doom Eternal, like a hell. It's some of these side missions where you grab something special. You have to make your actually try to get up there to do it. If you get one of those keys to unlock that damn sword in Doom Eternal, and I died the first time, and they suggested, well, if you're having trouble, come back later when you're more powerful, or pick an easier difficulty. I'm like, no, I'm beating it now just because you fucking asked me, you bastard. And I beat it the third time. And I actually put it on Twitter. I beat it the third time playing it. But if you sat still in that, you were dead. Just go look at my tweet. Holy shit.
Did you guys see the tweet that I did? I was playing Division 2, and I'm running along, and all of a sudden I hear a noise. I know that there's like someone coming behind me, and I turn around, and there's a guy running at me. I take out my shotgun, I shoot him. He explodes in the mist.
What was this?
On Division 2?
Oh, Division 2.
I had no idea they would just explode like that.
I've never seen it, I don't think.
Yeah, you go to my Twitter. You can actually watch the video. I actually posted it. But it was like I stood around and you could see my character kind of like looking around, like, where the fuck did he go? He just exploded.
Let's say goodnight to Anthony. He's always here. Be good, brother. Thank you for always hanging out, man.
We appreciate you.
Most definitely.
Infinite's leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's at work.
he's at work, so
He's
Take
here
it
every
easy,
week.
bud.
Yeah,
He-
later Infamous.
He actually said what earlier. He's like he said earlier he's going to leave to go watch Dealer, and I was like later. He's like I was just kidding. He said I'd much rather hang with you guys any day of the week.
No
That means a
teraflops
lot.
on this show.
Yes, hell yeah.
Oh, nice. Which X-Men game is this, Super?
Just X-Men. Is it called?
Yeah,
X-Men?
the arcade X-Men, the arcade,
arcade
game.
one?
X-Men the arcade. Yeah, this was actually in the video on my arcade what up machine. Remember, Super?
This
I played
is
it for a minute.
great.
Yeah.
I really like the style of it. You know.
You can actually get this on Xbox 360.
Oh, nice.
Is it backwards compatible?
Who's
I don't
playing
think
with a
so.
fucking transformer in the background?
Probably me.
No, that's my Mustang clock.
Oh.
No.
It's supposed to go off every hour. It's 10 minutes early because Mustangs are quicker.
It's the only game where you're going to
Camaros.
find a sentinel that's only like 6 feet tall.
What?
Huh?
It's the only game that you'll find a sentinel that's only 6 feet
Oh
tall.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my only criticism with this
That's
game.
what she
because
said.
in the cartoon from the 90s, sentinels were like as tall as buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crispy's passed out. Do you ever notice that?
Fuck
on the
off,
show?
dude. Fuck
There
off.
you are. Well, like during the beginning of the show. you're
I'm
like,
playing the game, dipshit.
What are you playing? Crispy, what are you playing?
But are you playing with
I'm
one
playing
hand?
Mortal Kombat, dude.
Are
What
you
the
playing with
fuck?
one hand?
Oh, how is the new?
Listen,
Spawn?
I'm the only one-handed gamer here, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not even going to respond to that because there's only one.
How is Spawn?
There's only one graphic god. Yes.
Damn right.
Spawn is somebody finally made Spawn in a video game like we always wanted to be.
Oh my
as
god, it is
kids
so
growing
awesome
up.
playing him. I love
Spawn
playing
is
him.
fucking phenomenal. Tell him, Jay. Spawn.
Yeah, oh my
is
god, he's so
so
awesome.
good. He's so good.
I have so much fun playing with Spawn, and I like changing up the variations because he's got some different powers
Yep.
depending on who you're playing
It's
with.
got a lot.
Oh my god. Because if you look, you can't see this in my office, right above my computers, I have Spawn #1 in a frame. Okay, I'm a huge Spawn fan.
Me too. I actually have a
And-
Spawn tattoo on my arm.
Yeah,
I love
and
Spawn.
and the fact that they justified him and his voice in the game is like I don't think it's exactly like it was in the cartoon, but it's so good. It's so fucking good. Like
His character design is awesome. His
Oh,
powers
and-
are awesome. His
yeah, I love
cape,
it.
his cape is awesome.
Oh my god, his cape is a friggin' weapon.
His cape is one of his main weapons.
Yeah, and did you see the one when he goes up against the Joker? He goes, "I fucking hate clowns."
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's great. It's great. I've seen the intros and whatnot for him and the finishers. Oh man, it is
Yeah.
so like the character.
Big
It is
time.
amazing.
Like I was talking to PTK yesterday when when I told him I was playing Mortal Kombat. He's like I haven't tried. I don't know if he said he had the game, but he said he hadn't tried Spawn yet, the MK or whatever. He's like, but when I think of Spawn, he said I think of the movie Spawn. I was like, you mean Michael Jai White? I said most definitely me too. That because I'm not a comic book guy. My only thing with criticism would be I would rather them had Michael Jai White voice him over I can't think of his name now. Over the guy that voiced him in the cartoon because I never watched the Spawn cartoon.
Yeah, the Spawn cartoon was amazing.
Yeah, I never watched.
It was short-lived, but it was amazing.
I think of the HBO cartoon.
Yeah. But one thing my only criticism is, and I haven't unlocked all the suits, is I don't like the fact that the suit looks like the burned-on suit. I wish the suit looked more like a fabric.
You haven't unlocked the.
I haven't unlocked them all yet.
The '90s comic book suit yet.
Okay, so there is one that it doesn't look like it's burned on his body. Okay.
Yes, you have the '90s comic book look. You have the Spawn suit that NetherRealm that you start with. They designed. You have the '90s version, the comic book version. You have the Commando Spawn, and then you have like this. I don't know I can't remember what they call it now, but I tweeted about it. It's almost like a Hell Knight looking Spawn.
Right. I mean, he had a lot of variations in the comic books.
Yeah, there's only 4 right now, but I've unlocked all of them. But no, I think I've unlocked them all. But you have to play.
Did you have to go to the crypto and unlock them, or did you unlock them during fights?
Towers of Time.
Towers, okay.
Yeah.
I
I just said what I was playing, and everybody's talking about MK now, and I'm playing it.
It's that good. No, that's right. PTK asked me. He's like, my son wants it. And he wants it for Spawn. Should I get it? I'm like, fuck yes, dude. The story's
Fucking
one,
right.
one of the
Yeah,
best
right.
fighting game stories I've ever seen in my
Big
42
time.
years.
Yeah.
He's like, is it worth buying just for that? And for Spawn, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah. And he's like, what about all the other deals? I said, like I told him, I said,
They're all good.
I was like, Shang Tsung, he's probably the best Shang Tsung I've ever seen in a Mortal Kombat game. Hands down. Hands down.
Yeah, no, amazing. Such a good game. Like
it is.
Why would you not get it? I mean, I understand people had the reservations about spending the $100 on the big edition. I had no reservations.
Me neither.
Yes.
That was day one. I paid $100. Yep. Yeah, I said no, sir.
Because I'm a Mortal Kombat. I've been a Mortal Kombat nut since 90.
Since 93, the first
93,
one?
94, whatever it came
I've been
out.
since Mortal Kombat 2 when it came out.
I've owned every Mortal Kombat. Every one.
Hey, when did the first one come out? I thought it was
93, 94. It might have been 95. But no, it's
I
no
thought it was before that.
No, it was not 95. It was before 95.
It was like 93 or 94, maybe 92, but it
I
wasn't.
graduated in 93. I could have sworn I remember playing
Early
that.
90s.
93.
Yeah.
It was early 90s. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
the next Mortal Kombat, if they ray traced
1992.
trace raced it or whatever.
The arcade one, I think the arcade came out in 92 and the console came out.
Consoles were like 93, yeah. I said 92. I knew it was early.
You gotta race trace it or
Race trace it. Yeah, it would look really good.
Well, guess what, Creeper? The Xbox Series X with machine learning will do that to Mortal Kombat 11.
Really?
Yeah, your machine learning adding all the HDR to the games. Yeah.
What are you saying?
Y'all haven't heard that?
Oh my god!
I'm not paying attention to this stuff anymore.
Dare you say that?
I just crapped my pants again.
I think I almost did. I felt it poking out.
What?
You guys haven't heard that?
Oh my god. Doggy's got a crap too.
They showed
I gotta go wipe my ass. I'll be right back.
They showed Halo
I only
5.
used one.
Make sure you have TP, bro.
Wait, I'm out of
Similar.
toilet paper.
Look, they showed Halo 5, a game that wasn't designed with ray tracing or HDR or none of that shit. Or at least ray tracing. And with the Xbox Series X, it goes in machine learning and adds what ray tracing should look like on that game. So yes, with Mortal Kombat 11, Xbox Series X will add, and it's all older games, not just one. All older games, because of the machine learning, it will add a ray tracing element.
I want to say this: Microsoft is a software-based company. They've made billions of dollars off of software.
I can't believe you guys hadn't heard that.
They are paying attention. They have partnerships all over the board. Yep. DirectX 12 Ultimate is going to be on AMD's proprietary shit. That everybody's going to sit here and say PlayStation this, PlayStation that, and I completely get it. When the numbers come down to it, 2T flops ain't shit because you're using RDNA 2, and I completely understand that. And the SSD, the only problem I have with the SSD, and I'm saying it right on here, is that you have to have the CPU and GPU to support that SSD. And the only games that are going to look absolutely incredible on PlayStation 5 are their exclusives. That's plain and simple.
Can't prove
that is what they're going to do. They have built a box that's going to play their exclusives. And you know what? I could not take anything away from it.
Who says 2 T-flops ain't shit? Because that's nonsense.
Wait a second.
But T-flops. All right. 6 T-flops on the Xbox One X is not even close to the 12. The 12 on the equivalent, because of the architecture, would be like 26, and that's what that one tweet came out. It's ridiculous.
You
can't go T-flops. You can't. You really can't.
No, but if you're using the same architecture as the PlayStation 5, the RDNA 2, right? And they're using RDNA 2 as well. and they're using 9.2 because the 10 is not happening.
They're using
it's
parts of RDNA 2.
Well, still, they're very
Are
close.
you guys using the term teraflops?
This is not allowed on the show.
Illegal.
This is
It's illegal.
Okay. They're very close technology,
It's not,
right?
It's not ray tracing, but it adds HDR to every game, and
Tray
it's still
racing.
Bob tracing.
Yeah, tray racing to every game. If you go and find a video, and you see Halo 5 with ray trace or with HDR and without HDR, it's a game changer.
Well, my point is 2 teraflops. The technology is super close.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Super close between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox.
9.2 and 12. Let's be honest.
Two teraflops is a big difference, dude.
It's
That's
actually,
like the difference between a 2080 and a 2080 Ti.
Well, it's actually
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I have said this, but I will leave it. Did I influence you at all? Did I say like this is the way it should be?
No, I'm just
you
saying.
said it by yourself.
Yeah,
and,
people,
and
that's
you
crazy.
are an influencer.
Everybody that sits here and tells me that the PlayStation 5 is somehow more powerful,
it's not.
I laugh at
That's
it.
nonsense.
I
That's nonsense.
laugh at it.
And
I
the
only
boost-
laugh at it with the knowledge of saying, okay, we haven't seen the console, we haven't seen what it can do, they haven't showed any type of gameplay on it, and everybody continues to push this false narrative, and I hate that.
I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but the tech isn't there. It's 9.2.
It's 9.2.
Yeah, the 10.3
That's
boost it's a selling point.
That's just it being overclocked.
Yeah, it's not there all the time.
No.
We all know that Mark Cerny doesn't know how to do math very well.
Motherfuckers, don't you talk about my PS5 Pro, you motherfuckers. Shut
I hate to break it to you,
I will
people.
come to your house, take a dump on your front porch that I will set it on fire.
I'm buying both systems.
Me too.
What Super is saying right now is that he cannot completely disagree with it. He might disagree a little bit because he loves his PlayStation.
I don't give a fuck, honestly.
I'm buying both systems. I don't care either way. I'm just saying.
For once, I can
stop
actually
kidding
say
yourself.
I might be able to buy both systems, but I feel like I don't have a proper, personal computer to do the things I want to do. So it's like and I have the money. I could spend $1,000 on a decent computer. I'm not playing games on it. I'm very plug and play.
Yeah.
But I could do some YouTube stuff. I could really feel confident in what I'm putting out there. And I feel that way. But at the same time, I'm also like, okay, I'm missing out on some things that might come out for PlayStation.
Here's what I say. Game Pass has made a big change in the industry.
Yeah.
And PlayStation has seen that. So PlayStation now is going to start.
I hope so. That would make me buy it. That's what I'm saying.
If PlayStation starts putting their bangers.
If
they used to put their bangers on PS Now, then PC is the way to go.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna say this right now. PlayStation, we all know this. We're all grown adults, and we don't buy into this bullshit. We don't believe all the bullshit that Mark Cerny's fed us and all these fanboys. Xbox has been very, very what's the word I'm looking for here?
Aggressive.
No. Very transparent. It's 12 T-flops, and then T-flops. Some people say it's not the end all be all, but end of the day, Microsoft, that leak we saw a long time ago, that Sony's console is 9.2. It's only got 10.3 because it's boosted at maybe dangerous heats. But at the end of the day, it's 9.2 and 12. But either way, both consoles are going to be amazing compared to the 1.8 and the 1.3 T-flop
Exactly.
that we started with that were underpowered already in 2013. That's just
They're going to be great consoles.
Yeah.
Now, the PlayStation 5's SSD is impressive.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's impressive
technology.
But the only drawback, like I said earlier, is the unless they come out with something proprietary like Microsoft has, the only way you can buy an external drive, an extra external drive, they don't for PlayStation they don't exist yet though. That's the worrying part.
But
Well, they haven't said anything. They probably have something with Seagate also. It's just a
Maybe.
matter of time when
Yeah.
they announce, same thing.
A
but-
lot of people, the only way PlayStation could do this better is if they, get a partnership with SanDisk, because SanDisk is actually the one that came out with this for video cameras and cameras themselves. And this was very like some of the high resolution photos we see that look absolutely amazing come from this. And that's the only way that PlayStation could really and you know what? The tech that they have might come from them, but I don't see why they keep holding back. And that drives me nuts, because it's like, if you have something, show it. And I feel like Xbox has been doing that since December 12th. You know what I'm saying? Since December 12th, they have been
They've got
showing
more to lose
everything
too,
they
right?
got.
Microsoft has more to lose.
Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't matter at this point, because everybody says, mind share. Well, mind share when we started in 2013 is totally different than mind share now.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
Microsoft, according to a lot of people, and they did fuck up getting this generation, but a lot of people say that they have a lot to make up for in their marketing. And their marketing did suck, and now their marketing is on point. For some reason, whose fault is that? I don't know, but give that person a raise and keep it going. But Sony right now, people also say, well, they don't have to show anything because they're leading in the console space, and they're waiting.
I call bullshit on that.
They're waiting till Ghost of Tsushima comes out because they don't want to sell to the PS4.
Yeah, but it's that's a stupid argument, because people are gonna buy Last of Us 2. They're gonna buy Ghost of Tsushima. And but at the same time, you're not gonna hurt those games if you show us the PS5. Show it just like Xbox.
I agree.
I'm agreeing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Adding to you that it's just a dumb argument. You're not
gonna hurt sales of the PS4 no matter what. No more than what they're hurt already, because
there's so many people that are out in that ecosystem. They're going to continue with that.
Exactly. Yeah. But you need to show people more than what you've shown about the PS5, because the PlayStation fan base is so huge, and they're thirsty as hell right now. We all are. We want to know more.
And this is where I go and say, like, a lot of people hate the argument that exclusives don't matter. And here's why. Because Minecraft has been a part of Microsoft for years. And did they ever lock it down? Do you know why? Because people buy on all platforms and they still make the money. And you know what? Everybody hates. You know what? Microsoft does not have my wallet. They're not doing anything for me that in far as paying for my house and everything. But I'm looking at it as a logical standpoint and saying, this is why Microsoft hasn't invested in VR. This is why they invest and continue to invest into first-party studios, because in the end, they can go and just say, you know what? We're going to release it on all consoles and see what happens. And they can do that at any time. And you know what? People are going to talk shit. They're going to say you're stupid, this and that. But in the end, the bank is there. And that's what I just drives me nuts. Like, you could go there and sit there and Spider-Man is the greatest game of all time. Fine by me. But you only sold 12 million. Maybe we could say 20 million. Minecraft has sold how much? Look at that for a second. You don't even know. They can't even calculate everything that's been sold. We're talking billions probably. At some point in time has bought a Minecraft, IP. Yeah. That is absurd.
Like GTA 5. Still
GTA 5, perfect example. I have multi-plat, perfect example. But you know what? What do they do? What do they do? They threw it into Game Pass, didn't they?
Yeah, it came out of Game Pass and it came out in PS Plus or PS Now too, right?
But they took it out of PS Now and it's still in Game Pass, right? And we're already past the 2 months that it was in PS Now. There's a reason for it. Yeah. Because you know what? In the end, we look for the value. And you know what? You could talk shit about an Xbox gamer all day, but if I don't have the damn money, I'm not spending the money if I don't have to, right? Yeah, exactly. Logical. So you go and play the games that are on there. But the thing is is you go and say exclusive. So you don't have to buy an Xbox exclusive next gen. On top of you get these third party. I mean, dude, how many people? Jago, you enjoyed what the hell is the game called? I'm completely having
Animal
a mind
Crossing.
blank.
Pedro.
My friend Pedro.
Pedro's one.
You talking about Days Gone?
No, I'm talking fucking Jesus. I'm having a brain
So
fart. It's
Xbox-
Bethesda. Jesus.
Oh, Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
No,
The original Doom.
no, it's
Wolfenstein.
Surge. It's something like that. I can't fucking remember.
The Surge? No, the Surge sucks. I don't like that game.
Days Gone.
I don't like that game. What's your point, Crispy? Racking his brain trying to figure out what game he talked about.
Juggernaut.
Bethesda, it ain't
Oh no,
Fallout.
Crispy just fell asleep.
It's not Fallout because I don't play.
I mean, we're already past 2 hours. So I say
it's the
fuck it at
Juggernaut,
this
bitch.
point.
Yeah. I'll let tell him before we leave. Does it? Do you want? Everyone want to say bye? Wait, before we go, can you guys recommend any good movies or games and stuff while people are all quarantined and shit?
The new Star Wars just came out.
Oh, nice.
God.
Picard.
Star Trek Picard is fucking awesome.
Picard, yeah, yeah.
If you haven't seen
Picard's good.
if you've never seen Get Out, do it.
That's good.
If you've never seen Yes Man with Jim Carrey, I actually watched it like 2 months
good.
ago.
Yes Man is very good.
very good. I thought it was.
What's
funny
that
shit.
about?
If you can get Sonic, actually, really good movie,
Sonic's
especially
out now,
with the whole family. Absolutely awesome.
I haven't
movie.
I haven't watched that. I'll try to get.
That's
it
out
on
on home video now or whatever. right?
I've been binge
Streaming.
watching Titans. I don't know if anyone's watched Titans, but it's basically Robin, Batman and
Oh,
Robin.
you're talking about the live action series, right?
It's Robin without Batman, although there are some scenes with Batman in them, and he's a badass, and there's lots of swearing and there's sex. So go watch it.
Oh man, fucking A.
When do we get more
I'm right on it.
Mandalorian?
Notice how he
don't know.
emphasized
After the fall.
sex.
Hopefully.
There's sex in it.
Oh, it's
Robin
Mystique.
had sex.
But I went back to because of Disney Plus. I went back and because season 7 of Clone Wars is out, and so they're only showing that once a week, a new episode once a week. So I went back and watched all the Clone Wars, and dude, I love
Clone Wars is
quality.
awesome, dude.
Dude, I mean, Dave Filoni, and he's also involved with he was involved with Rebels, the animation series, and then he also has been directing and working on Mandalorian. That dude's awesome with Star Wars. I wish he would have done the sequel than J.J. Abrams. So that's just my opinion.
If you have Netflix, Ozark is awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
man,
just
it's
signed up.
Coming
for
out
Netflix again.
soon, I believe.
Dude, I live right
believe
ne-
it's gonna come back.
I live like 10 or 15 miles from Lake of the Ozarks. We're not as much rednecks as that show makes us out to be.
Yes, you are, don't you?
Pretty close, but
Hey, nobody here. Wait, nobody here's from Tennessee, right? Nobody
No.
from Tennessee. Okay.
No.
Some asshole freaking somehow got a hold of my debit card, whatever, and charged like at a Kroger's, and I guess look, they needed some money for some groceries, and they charged like six charges.
What are you trying to ask, Flashback? What do you want to got your credit card?
Yeah, I just want to double check. Nobody here from Tennessee. No.
Fastback.
That was me. Flashback. I needed 1,200 rolls of toilet paper.
No, it's like people are trying to shyster credit cards. Me and
Yeah,
my
they
girlfriend
happened to me.
both got our credit cards hacked into last week, so we both had to get new credit cards.
Yeah, I don't have any credit cards, super.
Well, even your bank.
Oh
card.
yeah, I know debit cards. They're not safe either. Trust me.
I don't think cash
Even
is
with the chip
safe
in 'em.
right now. Actually,
Yeah, not even with the chip in it, they're not safe. Nope.
Well, that's because everybody slides them.
Yeah.
If you don't slide them with the chip, then you're cool. Just use the chip.
Yeah, use the little insert, put it in, and then pull it out, and then put it in, and pull it
But
out.
if you slide it, then that doesn't. It defeats the point of the chip.
Yeah, it defeats
Yeah.
the point. Yeah.
I always I always put it in and then pull it out.
I usually put it in and leave it there for a little
Hold
while.
on, ladies
Yeah,
and
I put it
gentlemen.
in, then I wait till I'm told to pull it out.
We got a phone call coming in. Okay, awesome. We got an interview with Flo. Crispy makeup, please. Hi, Flo. Get her ready for makeup.
That's funny. All I see is Randy Orton. Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is. She seems uncomfortable as soon as she gets there.
Hey, baby, how are you
Yeah,
today?
first, kinda like,
Ooh,
okay, what's that?
Can I lick your forehead? All right.
I am Batman.
Don't hang up, Flo. We're sorry. God damn it.
I hope he washed his hands.
Can you give me some? Can you
That's
give me
what she's worried about, right?
Social distancing, please.
Can I get some good progressive insurance
6
rates before you
feet.
leave?
You gotta stay 6 feet away, motherfucker.
I hear people talk about the Invisible Man crazy, but I've heard some people say they didn't like it. And if you've never seen the original, or not original, but the Invisible Man from early 2000s with Kevin Bacon, that's
Oh,
really
I
good.
love that one.
Yeah, that's a real good movie. I haven't seen this new one. It was a good movie. I haven't seen this new one.
I love Kevin Bacon.
I just watched that movie Contagion. Do not watch that movie right now. It's eerie close to what's going on.
I enjoyed Kevin Bacon in that movie.
I'm
and
watching it.
I love bacon, period. So
Me too. Who doesn't love bacon?
Bacon is good.
actually, my wife wouldn't eat it when I first met her.
Santa Claus. Randy Orton RKO'd
Yeah,
Santa
but
Claus.
did you
Good.
call your penis bacon?
Yes, and then she liked it.
Look,
didn't
we got
call it
special. We got special guests.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Nobody invited him.
It's
No.
not that type of year. Sorry. No, not that time of year.
Hi,
Sorry.
Santa Claus. Everyone sing along while we end the show.
No,
I just want to say thank you to Invader and Fastback and Dirty for
30J, yeah.
I appreciate it.
guys.
So,
Yeah.
so here's the record. We have 9 people in the.
I saw
the
that.
hangout. So is that the max?
No, 10.
10 is,
the max.
10 is.
So then why the hell? Okay, so we're gonna try to do a crossover show with
I
Wilmy.
said this with who? Wilmy.
With Wilmy.
Oh, I've said this, and Fastback knows this. I've said this on the NLG show Thursdays. We need to do a crossover with them.
Oh,
Yeah,
NLG for sure. Problem with
I
NLG
think
is they
by-
fucking too late. I can't stay awake for NLG.
Well, we'd have to do it on a special night where everybody.
Yeah, we just plan it ahead of time. We
Yeah.
want something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you guys are way too late for me. I'm an old man.
Trust me, Jay. I watch as long as I can, and then I'm like, I'm out, guys. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, like I'm in bed usually when I'm listening to them, and I'll listen for about
No,
half
we need
hour.
to set that. We need to set that up, though. I mean, if we have to do it on a weekend or something, Jay.
It'd be awesome. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what we
definitely
prefer.
because
We
yeah,
prefer guys in chat to be in bed while they're listening to us.
Listen to those sweet, sexy voices.
we seriously need to hook up and do that, man. The OG,
Yeah,
I do play games with one hand, so
Invader, plug your RTX show because it's an awesome show.
RTX.
What?
Are you doing a giveaway or something?
It's the Xbox Roundtable.
Well, actually, we just the giveaway ended yesterday. Clowns won.
Nice.
Clowns
Awesome.
won. Ori and the Will of the
Oh,
Wisps. So good on him.
Yeah.
Good stuff. We do plan on having more giveaways going on too, and lots of good games out right now. So a lot to choose from. But yeah. As you were saying, super. Yeah, I'm Invader, and again, guys, thanks for having me on. I love being a part of the show. Obviously,
you're basically a member. I just don't want. I'm not changing the graphic every time.
all you need is a little Invader guy like looking from above on like a spaceship or something.
Oh, you could be like overpowering all of us.
He
at
could
one
be
time.
melting the couch or something.
It could be the PlayStation 5 SSD.
And
There you go.
Super, it's TXR, not RXT. Whatever the
A fucking stone
Yeah.
Well, to be
That
fair, there's a
RTX
lot. There's a
28.
lot of shows with like similar lettering, so
There is.
so
XTR.
Oh,
yeah.
Slipper was thinking about a graphics card. That's all.
I do. Like, I
Fair.
get confused.
Fair enough.
Okay, guys, how many shows can you think of that had this many moving avatars at one time? Not many.
Not many, none.
Only magical ones.
We need fastbacks to have the wheels going.
Yeah.
Damn right. The smoke
Yes.
coming out of the sides. Yeah.
That'll
Must
work.
have broke down.
I have to work on that one.
Or the hood up on the side of the road, looking for AAA.
I'll have
Oh,
to think
don't
of something
you dare.
creative for Jeeper too. And Dirty, is it time that you need a new one?
Possibly.
Like
Maybe we'll get some
Hey, hey.
floating smokestacks.
Dirty
Yeah.
needs one like mine. He needs half
Dirt
Dirty
vapors.
J and half
Yeah.
Clean J. That's what he needs.
Yeah, like they're
Ah.
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One's throwing mud at the other, and the other one's throwing barley
No,
soap.
no. Blue bubbles versus a smokestack. Bam.
And like on one side his hair is all out of place, and the
Yeah,
other
no.
side it's all smooth.
One side Dirty's got
Wow.
blood, and the other side has got magic erasers.
Ah.
Jago, where can people find gamer picks?
XboxGamerPicks.com, brother.
What's that site?
XboxGamerPicks.com.
Sorry, I'm writing it down as you're saying it.
Say it like you
slowly.
have a pair, Jago.
XboxGamerPicks.com. Damn.
Oh, that's
Customize your passion with one hand.
Customize your passion with one hand, just like Fastback said.
Yes.
That radio voice.
Come for a gamer pick and leave with a good time.
As long as a handful, you're a good man.
Crispy, where can people find you?
Here, Retro Renegades, 7 p.m. Next week, it's going to be on Graphic Odds channel.
That's right. And I ordered a naughty stick, so hopefully,
Nice.
hopefully, I'm actually going to get deliveries by then, and maybe it'll be in by then. Who knows?
You're gonna love it.
Well, I got a delivery while I was on this, and I opened it up, and I'll put it on Twitter and show you guys. I actually forgot I had
Does it
ordered it.
vibrate?
No,
Does
but
it
it lights
take
up.
batteries?
It lights up.
It's a flashlight.
You'll see. I'll put a picture when we get off here.
Dirty J, what have you got going on?
Not much. I'll be
Quarantine.
playing Modern Warfare if anybody wants to join. That's basically the only game I play. I'm a filthy casual, so don't judge me.
We have Saturday night gaming night, Dirty.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, every Saturday.
Every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Graphic does this.
I'm gonna have to jump in there.
I've only done it once, and every other Saturday night I'm like occupied with other shit. But yes.
And
do you guys like the Call of Duty? Dirty J, do you like the battle royale thing?
We jumped in Saturday. We got our ass kicked, and we went back to normal mode.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a team deathmatch type of guy, but you can also find me on the Corpse Cast, which will be December 31st.
2021?
2030. It could be.
1973.
Oh, I know it's December 31st. I just don't
It's
know what
when
year.
he's not getting laid. Okay.
Crispy hit the nail on the head.
See? Agree with the crispy truth. Agree with it.
Stink Corpse, where can people find you and good stuff?
You can find me here, like Crispy said, on Tuesdays, and you can find me on Xbox, Twitter, and YouTube on Stinking Corpse, and PlayStation is XStinkinX. And then, like Dirty said, whenever we have a Corpse Cast, you can find me there.
Or Dascast.
Or Dascast, which that probably be coming up. What if Daz isn't busy?
Fastback, how fast can we find you and where?
Every Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern, while some of you guys are in bed listening to us, and who knows what y'all are wearing. But
we're doing,
and who knows what we're doing with our other hand.
I'm naked with lotion.
Hey, that's why. Make sure you let us know that in chat.
That's where all the lotion went.
But this Thursday I'm gonna. I was January. I had announced a Gamer of the Month. You know, somebody random. You know, as I'm, I see on Twitter or whatever, and I see that someone that's always talking about gaming. They're not involved in console warring and shit. So because NOG was out pretty much all of February.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna this Thursday I'm gonna announce February and then March Gamers of the Month. So and then like I did last time, I'll send like a $10 gift card of their choice. So,
Nice. Shit, Fastback.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all fun.
Jago,
What's about?
where can people find you?
You can find me here every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Retro Renegades with the normal crew and special guests or honorary brothers. Jay's not going to add you in because it takes too much time. And the couch scene is getting crowded.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those those expandable couches that fit through a corner of a house. Yeah.
You put an L-shaped couch in there, Jay.
Yeah, basically.
And like Random Corpse Cast and the Dash Cast, when he decides to do it, I don't know how much longer that's going to be, but you can find me on Xbox at Jago Cooking. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the same name. You can find me on PlayStation at Tuscany34, but I'm only on there when I play their exclusives, so don't be salty. Sony Pony, sorry.
Yeah, Crispy Bomb. Where can people find you?
You already said.
You already asked.
Oh,
you already asked.
All hail Jay. Where can we find you?
I think you're talking about Crispy.
Did I already do you guys?
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No.
I'm at the bottom of the pile. Just let everyone else call first.
Okay. So we got everyone?
Sounds like it.
Okay, let's all sing an Irish drinking song while we're leaving.
I don't know an Irish drinking song.
Somebody on this panel has to know Irish drinking song.
Don't know
we're way past the St. Patty's Day, so that's irrelevant.
Okay, well, everyone be safe. It was cool hanging out with you guys, but it keeps us a little bit sane. So, hey, maybe we'll do a couple of these a week if we get like super bored because we're all stuck.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do this week? Because I'm working from home.
Whack
I
it.
have a little extra time. I'm gonna do a Graphic God Draws.
Nice.
Cool.
So I'm gonna do some drawing for my UK followers.
Drawing.
Do some drawing, and I'm going to give away some free drawings to people that come in and request different drawings. I'm going to draw whatever they request, and if they want them for free, they get them for free.
That's
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
It's just my way to say, listen, we're all in this shit together. Let's have some fun.
Yep.
Let's just trying to get our minds off this, do something different.
And remember Saturday night gaming night. Me and Dirty do it every Saturday night.
Oh, yeah?
Not
Oh my god.
Hey, this is why he has to take a shower.
All right.
By midnight.
Damn.
Jago's not respecting
day
that
for it and
social
everything.
distancing.
We game every Saturday night, you dickhead.
Gaming.
Oh.
Oh, that's what you call it.
Yeah, I never get the invite.
Are y'all gaming with one hand?
Well, you're on the next podcast at the time, man. We're still live.
Well, what? Then you're just as old as us, and you gotta go to sleep after.
Well, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Boom. Bye, Santa Claus. We'll see you next week.
Fuck you, Santa.
Eat my hole.
You only brought me a goddamn belt when I was a kid.
Later, guys.